thoughts.
I hate Brenda, and a bad guy hit me in the shin, and I peed all in my pants.
It's nothing a little music can't help. Rockin', rockin' and rollin'. Down to the beach I'm strolling. But the seagulls poke at my head, not fun. I said, seagulls, stop it now. Everyone told me not to stroll on that beach. Said seagulls gonna come, poke me in the coconut, and they did, and they did, had me going like, nothing I could do but yell when these birds attacked me. When I tried to run, I fell, and then these kids started laughing, and then got hit in the neck with a hacky sack. Where'd it come from? I run, 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 jump. I can be a backpack while you run. Run, 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 jump, and stop. Put me down. I love to groove and boogie. Yeah.
Great.
Show you some dance moves.
No, I don't want you to.
If I had your giant feet out there on the beach, could have outrun those birds.
You're a psycho wiener.
Let me grab my beater.
Stop it, please. Don't hit me. Please. Don't hit me.
Come on, man, quit that banging.
Hey, what's that stank?
You put a fish in our basket.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I did that.
You owe me an apology.
Just hold your breath and see when the time is right. Birds will back your face. Now run, 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 jump. I can be your backpack while you run. Swing from a hairy vine. I can be your backpack while you climb. Stand on one hand and lift rocks with your special gift. Run, 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 jump. Now breathe.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
My name is Jeff.
Peanut?
Yes, I have one right here. It's bulky, but I consider it carry-on.
Do not wear that outfit again. But if you want to keep your spleen, because I want to fit in. Sorry, you're just not terribly important to me. Did you know that Whitney Houston's debut LP has 4 #1 singles? Did you know that Christy, there are no girls with good personalities? I don't think we should see each other anymore. It never was supposed to be. Gotta return some videotapes. Have to return some videotapes. Did you know I'm utterly insane? I like to dissect girls that ate some of their brains. Gotta return some videotapes. I'm really late. Gotta return some videotapes. I guess I was probably returning videotapes. Gotta return some videotapes. I guess I was probably returning videotapes.
I love it, man. Shit. It's like a little boy. I giggle every time I see titties. It's weird.
The following program is rated TV-17, containing bad language.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Sexual situations.
Like, you gonna take your pants off instead?
Nudity.
Sure.
And graphic depictions of nut-crunching dick kicks.
Oh, I just had to kick you in the diddly again.
Parental discretion is advised. I mean, I guess it should add us to the show. That would probably
help.
That would probably be the best thing to do when you're running a professional show, Sean. You probably want to add yourself to the screen when it's time to start talking.
Drop the fucking ball on that.
Drop the ball on that one. You know what it was, though? I was trying to figure out. I wanted to go live on Facebook. I've been doing it every once in a while. Hardly get any views over there, but it wasn't letting me. So I was trying to figure that out while the intro was running. And that led me to, to be distracted on this fine Thursday night. Welcome, everybody. This is the Grift, episode 11. Absent today, AWOL, as she has been the last week or so, is Kayla, although she might pop in a little bit later. We'll see. But it is kind of bringing down the whole trio, two guys and a girl kind of thing we got going on here, Sean. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, so we're on the lookout for a new broad. You got to have personality. You got to know comic books. You got to have big boobs.
Yeah. Personality, comic books, big boobs.
No weaves.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like realisms.
That's a tough list. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, we got you.
Oh shit! Oh damn!
Oh look! Oh, just so happens.
Look who it is.
Oh.
Maybe we'll just keep around a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But we're looking. Hope everyone is having a good night. I'll catch you all next week. I have some family stuff, and I am handling. Yes, you are. All jokes aside, you take care of what you got to take care of, and we will see you next week. But glad to have you in the chat, as always. Curse Heart Creation says, I could never fill her shoes. She is too awesome. Aw. You see, all the girls, all the women in this chat have Kayla's
frauds. Back. Yeah, they're all fucking fake.
They all have Kayla's back.
We're all friends.
Women they all stick together.
Liars. Pulling out each other's hair once they meet each other.
When are we gonna get ours, Sean? That's what I'm like. When are people gonna support us? Yeah. You sound like nerds. Well, we are nerds. Yeah. All right. Everyone just wants to see
here.
Kayla. Fine. She's not here tonight.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be us. All right, fuck it. That's depressing. This is a depressing start to the show. Nobody wants to see us.
Yeah, right.
It's all about Kayla. All right, whatever. Fuck. Let's get on with it. Brett's the Great was number one in the chat. Number one in the chat in our hearts. That makes you my friend.
You're number one.
Yes, indeed you are. So salute the chat. Salute Heavy Metal Ronan. Salute Samurai Sean. Salute Queen Kayla. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, not tonight, but she is in the chat.
But she's in the chat.
Bearwolf is in the house. Good to see you, man. Hope you were doing well. We also have Hong Kong Fooey. Which I don't know if I've seen that name in here or not before. I like it, though. I like that. Stick around. We appreciate you being here. Curse Hearts, like we said before, is in the house as well. Dropping links. One of the link masters in the chat. Great to see you. Who else we got in here to start the show out with? We have our first member in the chat.
Nice.
Cosmic Studios. Everybody knows that the first members in the chat always get this.
What are you doing up there? Oh my God! I'm sorry! I can't stop coming! I'm sorry! Oh, it feels so good!
You know it feels so good to have the members in the chat tonight.
Afternoon! Stinks like sex in here.
Yeah, it's one of those times, Bean Pad's in the house says, hey, Sean, Joe, and Kayla. Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Another member of the channel is here. Says Doc Brewski says, hello, fellow degenerates. I do like that. I do like that.
That brings me up.
I like, yeah. That makes us feel better. Thank you, Doc. Mike Pritchard's in the house says, how can I relax if I'm thinking about big boobs? Well, I tell you what, you're thinking about big boobs, this is the place to be tonight. Because I have something to fulfill the big boobs, the heavies. As maybe we'll do a new what would you call it, segment here on the Ronan Joe channel, right? And we're just going to call it the heavies. Yeah, call it the heavies or something. I gotta give a shout out to Art of Roy for coming up with that term, at least in the chat. But we got something later on, so stick around. I think you will not be disappointed at all. You guys are awesome too. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank you. That makes me feel better. See, now I'm feeling better. Now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good again. I'm feeling ready to entertain, like you're actually here to see us. So we're good. Are you going to crash out again because you have a nickname now? No, I love the nickname. Love the nickname.
What's the nickname?
Crash Out Joe or Joe Crash Out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, isn't that badass?
That's great. Who gave you that?
You know, like all the haters or whatever. War campaign, I think, something like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, but no, they
That's
said that
cool.
like, yeah, that's what it said.
I like that.
They're so like
Maybe
Pan or
Tommy
something
Strong?
from war campaigns, like everyone's calling you Crash Out Joe now or Joe Crash Out or something. I was like, that's pretty fucking awesome. I was like, if that's supposed to be an insult, you kind of missed on that one. I like that. I'll take it. But yeah, thank you, the Iron Man 728 for bringing that up. Yes, Crash Out Joe, Joe Crash Out, whatever you want, however you want to pronounce that. I'll take it, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Cursed is that knitter. Kayla will be back. She will be back. Infamous Mr. Curse is in the house. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. R. Lund is here. Says, I'm watching from Lake America. Now we're talking.
Where's that?
You see that Trump is proposing we change Lake Ontario, one of the Great Lakes here in Michigan, to Lake America, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's go. Lake America.
I was in there. I was fucking.
You were fucking. Who were you fucking?
Not well. That was
yeah.
I did Molly.
Oh well, shit. All right. All
Yeah.
right. That sounds like a good
I'm
time.
a hugger, so you know.
All right, I like it. Yeah, Lake America. Let's go. What's better, having sex or reading comics? Both.
Both.
Yeah, I mean both. You gotta combine them, man. You gotta combine them. Let's go. You can't just do the one or the other. You combine it at the same time. You know, I mean, you're doing it from the back. You just put the comic right on her shoulders. You know, so you got one hand here holding the book, the other hand around her hip. It works, man. You can figure it out. So let's do it. Joe Crash sounds like a stuntman. Yeah, I like that. Let's go. Let's see. New comic book adventures of Joe Crash Out.
There we go.
We should do this. We'll crowdfund it. How about that? Who lives in Michigan? We do. Yeah, Michigan has the Great Lakes. Yeah, soon to be Lake America, which is the coolest name ever. So we'll have the Gulf of America, and then we'll have Lake America. Yeah, I'm just telling it, like America, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'm excited about this. Very, very excited. Wherever you guys are watching from, do me a favor, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a member, do all that kind of stuff. But if you are watching, let me know where you're watching from. I'm always curious, whether states, cities, whatever. Don't dox yourselves if you don't want to, but I want to give you a shout out from where you're watching from. And I'm going to hold you to the honor system that you are telling the truth. So there is that. All right, so Kayla's not coming in tonight. That's fine. I got a subject I will talk about, but let's hold that off for just a second. I do want to cover some sad news, though. Man, this has been a weird week, man. It's been a weird couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? We lost amongst a lot of people. Tim Curry passed away yesterday at the age of 80, 85? What does it say there? 80. He was 80 as well. Dolly Parton passed away the day before that. And then we're going to cover another death here in a second. But this is, we talk about this all the time, that this is kind of a wave of all the actors and all the people we knew growing up when we were kids are all getting to that age where they're starting to die off, man. It's kind of depressing because that means we're getting older as well.
Right?
Lake America and Otis. Wiley J. Draws in the house with the State of America. Yeah, I like that too. Let's just go all out, Wiley J. Let's roll. I'm excited. Hong Kong Fooey says Malin and Flash live in Michigan as well. Yes, Michigan boys. Does Flash live in Michigan? Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't know too much about that dude. But yeah, Michigan boys. Let's go. Michigan's where it's at, guys. Even though this summer was ungodly humid and hot. So I'm actually looking forward to the fall for the first time ever. And I actually really do like the fall quite a bit, but it's always sucks because it signals the end of summer and the winter's right around the corner. But this year has been so horrible that I'm like, let's just get to the cool weather.
Like it was like winter, mild winter, and summer in like May.
Yeah.
What's up with this state? It's crazy.
Yeah, it was not the best year for you to move here, but it'll be all right. Next year will be better. How about that? Barrel says Joe Crash Out, a Ghost Rider / Crash Test dummy hybrid.
I like it.
See, now we're coming together.
Yeah.
You know, this is what happened. You know, Ronan Joe came from the chat a couple years ago. The Joe Crash Out mini comic or something. Maybe we make that happen. I like that. Yeah, Lord of Darkness legend. That's what I was gonna say. All right, back to Tim Curry. Tim Curry, this one hurt a little bit. Now I knew he was older. He had a stroke. He wasn't doing all that well. But I was actually really surprised because we were just going over just like the death of Dolly Parton, Hayden Panettiere, however you pronounce her name, passed away last week. And then this news dropped. I'm just like, oh man, not Tim Curry. Like that dude was just, he was a cool dude. So many different roles he did in cinema, and he did them all well. So I was going to ask you, Sean, and I'm on the chat as well. What was your favorite Tim Curry role? Because I probably have two that I can think of right off the bat, which defeats the purpose of favorite, but it's hard to choose. But I'll go with you first, Sean. Go ahead.
Devil, and then the when he was in Home Alone 2.
Oh, dude! It's like you're in my mind, man.
Okay.
I was gonna say Home Alone 2 for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but every time I watch Home Alone 2, my wife and daughter love the Home Alone movies. I like them as well. Don't get me wrong. Well, Christmas rolls around, we're always watching 1 and 2. And his performance in Home Alone 2 is just, he steals the show. He has some of the funniest lines, the facial expressions, everything he does in that movie is fantastic. One of my favorite roles that he does is that movie, hands down. Obviously, legend is, guys, a lot of people are saying legend, absolutely. But how can you skip it?
Sure.
The iconic clown look, Pennywise. He was the first one to rock that look. There we go. Chris Hart's got it. I can't choose between the Devil and Legend and Pennywise. It's a hard decision. It really is. But man, it's a hard one. But the performance of Pennywise scared the piss out of me when I was a kid. When you go back and watch that, it doesn't like really hold up. But go ahead.
Shut up. Okay.
Okay. The reason why Sean brings this up, and this is funny, because Kayla is one of those people that if you don't say the exact terminology of a character or of a series or something, she's like, fake fans. Like,
you fake weaves.
Come on, Kayla. You're better than that.
Please. No,
you're better than that. Oh, God. I've seen Legend like a handful of times. I don't go back and watch it a shit ton of times, but I remember the role. And so if I was to call him the devil or the big red guy,
the big red prick.
The big red prick. Yeah, I don't think that makes me a fake fan. Kayla, she's so judgmental. The older she's getting so judgmental. Clue. Oh yeah, I forgot he was the butler, right?
Yep.
I think he was the butler in Clue too.
That's what that is.
Oh, that's what that's what this is, though. I was thrown off by this. It got me going. I'm ranting. I'm gonna crash out again, Kayla. Thank you. Thanks for that. Anonymity is in the house. Says loved Clue, and him and Billy Connolly were in the Muppet Treasure Island. Yeah, jeez, that was another fun role that he did. Oh man, that's it's crazy. When you're actually thinking about this dude's career, he's done so much.
Yeah.
And probably just roles you didn't even remember him being in. That he was just kind of a Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's not really my favorite movie because of the trans cross-dressing aspect of it. I couldn't really get into it, but that was obviously a famous role of his for sure. Kayla loves Legend, but Kayla loves everything. And if you don't love everything as much as Kayla loves everything, then you are a fake fan. Bearwolf 13 says he's great as Pennywise, but I never liked it because I'm not scared of clowns. Oh, I laughed at the series when he turns into the rock. Oh, yeah. Well, it depends on how old you were, I guess, when you saw that. I was fairly young when I saw it, so my mind was. I've never been scared of clowns, but my mind
7 or 8.
Yeah, I was still young enough to the point where a clown with razor sharp teeth, killing kids was pretty scary to me. I'm not giving Sean a hard time. I'm giving Sean a hard time for calling to replace me. Well, Sean. Sean's got standards.
We got standards.
Standards are just show up.
Higher than most.
The horny guy. There you go. The horny devil of legend. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, Long John Silver. Now, Kayla's going to yell at everybody for not knowing his name in the Muppet Treasure Island. She's going to start calling everybody else fake fans.
You're
Come on,
fake.
Kayla.
You
Chris
wear
Hart says
weaves.
it was the first movie I watched as a kid. I was maybe 6. I was terrified of drains for a couple years after that. Yeah, you're probably a similar age to us then, because I was probably around the same age, 6, 7, 8 or something like that when that movie came out, and it was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. He's an all-time great. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, true.
Yep, that's a fact. I think YouTube might have the Will Shakespeare TV series he was in. Oh, I never heard of that. Watched it a few times ago. Was a fun watch. Nice.
Oh, I'll give it a shot.
Beryl says, Joe, I think we're the same age. Well, I'm 44. So I'll put that out there. I'm 44 years old. So is Sean. Soon to be 45. But we won't talk about that.
3 weeks from today, I'll be 45.
Keep that in
Halfway to
mind,
90.
everybody.
Halfway to 90.
Yeah, keep that in mind, everybody. We're gonna do a birthday show for Sean because we've never done a birthday. We've never done a birthday show for Sean here. We've done one for me. We've done stuff for Kayla. Yeah, we're gonna have a birthday show turning 45. It's gonna happen, man. 40. Yeah, okay, we're same age. There we go. 43.
Cool.
We're right around there. Yeah, Home Alone 2, Bean Pad. That's what we were talking about. It's one of my favorite roles. It's just classy. It makes me laugh every single time. When he gets slapped by Kevin's mom, and he does that like little whimper in his eyes. You know, it's just the comedic timing in that, and the look is just, it's so funny. I'll be 41 next Wednesday. Woohoo!
Nice.
All right.
Fellow Virgo.
Happy
Right
early
on.
birthday.
Cool.
Curse Heart Creations.
All right, right on.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. So yeah, sad news. I had to bring that up. We got some more sad news, unfortunately. And we're not going to drag everybody down with all the sad news, but there have been passings, and we got to acknowledge some of these actors, some of these legendary actors that have passed away very close to each other. It's crazy. Everyone says it comes in threes, right? But this has been like 5, 6 within like the last couple weeks. But Peter Cullen passed away as well. And
This one hurts the most.
This is childhood. So I mean,
Oh,
this is like
God.
all of our childhoods passing away, especially with Peter Cullen, voice of so many different characters. Optimus Prime, obviously one of them. I didn't know he did Eeyore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found that out the other day that he did Eeyore as well.
You know, he's our generation's John Wayne in a sense, at least for making Optimus Prime or the original incarnation of Optimus Prime, who he based it off of his brother Larry, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You know, the way he portrayed that character, you wanted to be a good human being. Then you got older and turned into a schmuck, but that's here.
Did he become did he?
But I'm talking about myself.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Like just noble, good-hearted, just that great, comforting, soothing voice, and just like he brought like imagination and just like entertainment to millions and generations, like different generations. You know,
for sure.
generational hero, and it's really sad. Like this one hits the most out of all of them. Like for me personally, but man, just sad. And you know what's really even sad too?
Tell me.
They released the cover art today of the 40th anniversary to the Transformer movie.
Yeah.
Do you know what they used?
Huh.
The Optimus on his deathbed.
Oh, the grayed out version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, oh, that's eerie. And everybody's like, I need this.
That's
Yeah.
good point. That is a good point. Beryl said the actor from the Five Hearts died too, and American Gladiator. I saw the American
70s.
Gladiator woman died. I didn't see the Five Heartbeats, but yeah, it's crazy. It just they're falling like flies, man. It's crazy. Beam Pad said he was Monterey Jack and Rescue Rangers too. I actually didn't know that either. That's crazy.
He was
talented dude.
The opening in Voltron. He was their butler. He was so many voice actors. It was such a big list.
It's funny. These voice actors, it's crazy like how many characters that these voice actors do when they're when you have a professional voice actor, especially when you come up like what in the 70s, or whenever he might have started. I mean, he's a pretty old dude. I mean, he probably started a long time ago.
He started in the 60s, but no 70s Canadian TV show. He's Canadian.
Shelley Fabares, I don't know if I'm saying that right, of Elvis in the series Coach fame also died. Man.
Oh yeah. Her husband was BJ from MASH, and she was a singer. She didn't do the leader of the pack. She did one of those famous girl songs from like the 60s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah, Chris Hart says, "Can people stop dying just for a bit? We need to protect Jim Cummings. That's going to be the next hard one." There's, like I said before, guys, the older we get, people that are in their 40s or even a little bit older, all these are gonna hurt. You know, when you think of all of the people that you watched growing up, all the actors that you loved or performers, comic book people, it's all gonna hurt. You know, we're just getting to that age. I remember when my dad was in his 40s, and it was kind of the same thing, 40s, 50s, and all the people that he grew up, you know, I don't want to say idolizing, but watching on TV were starting to kind of go. Maybe not all of them, but some of them were starting to go. It was the same thing, you know. Now we're there in our lives. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just something we got to deal with, though. But this year has been particularly crazy over the last couple weeks, and I'd highlight that because I just wanted to give the shout out to these actors, these legendary people that have passed on. So rest in peace, Tim Curry and Peter Cullen, and everybody else that we've mentioned here. And hopefully this might be it for a little bit. You know, we'll see. Wait, who? Oh, Ben Jones, aka Cooter from Dukes of Hazzard, died a couple weeks ago. Damn.
Oh.
I guess if you really start looking up the list, it's probably like crazy big. We lost Hulk Hogan, right? Earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Big names have gone this year. It's crazy. Oz is in the house. Good to see you, man. It says, sup, fellas. Cullen is a hard one from G1 to watching the movie in cinemas as a life fella.
Little fella.
Oh, little fella. Little fella. Guy's a fucking legend. Yeah, man. Facts. Lucas, Spielberg, and Harrison Ford are in their 80s. Oh, man. That's a good... Oh. Was it last year? My bad. It all blends. It all bleeds together. It was all... Anyway, that was a hard one for me. Oh, Chuck Norris was this year too. Yeah, Chuck Norris passed away. Not too. Fuck, man, this year has been a bad year. Okay, let's move on to something a little bit more positive as we bring everybody down here. Did everybody go check out and watch Batman Nightfall, the first movie, the first of the 3 trilogies that's out right now? And if you did, in the chat, let me know what you thought of it. And we're going to talk a little bit about what we thought of it. And I'll give you a breakdown. Look, I usually say no spoilers, but if you haven't read the Nightfall series by now, you know, I guess that's just on you. So this is going to have spoilers in it because guess what? Batman gets his back broken.
What?
Spoilers. Sorry about that, everybody. Twisted Dreams is in the house. Says, hail CG Jesus. Hail, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Twisted Dreams comes in here always asking the important questions.
Subject's notes. The extraction theory papers. Am I the only one who did the reading?
Always and always, my friend. Good to have you here. Bearwolf13 says, I watched it and I loved it. Hell yeah, now we're talking. For fuck's sakes, we lost Ozzy. Yeah, that was last year too, right? I think.
Yeah.
It all blends together. Like the last year, 2025 and 2026, to me, it's just kind of blending together everybody that we've lost. It's crazy. Best Batman or DC animated film this year, they had slipped in quality. That's one thing I do want to talk about. Because Sean and I were talking about like how DC came out like what 10 15 years ago with these movies, maybe longer now that I'm thinking about it, and it was great animation. It was like the best thing, animated movies you could. It was just killing everybody, right? And then they slipped over the last, I don't know, 5-6 years. I've just stopped watching the DC animated movies because the quality just dipped. Like the art style was
it looks like Archer.
Yeah, there was some Archer stuff, and then there was some where it looked like they were trying to do like a Bruce Timm kind of style, but didn't pull it off. Yeah, there was some of the anime stuff, which wasn't too bad. But this came out, Nightfall 1. All right, first of all, a fantastic animated movie, hands down. It's some of the best animation I've probably seen in quite a while. The only gripe I have about the animation is sometimes when the characters are just doing this plain walk, it looked a little clunky. And that was my only complaint. But the detail in this, the Kelly Jones inspired motifs of the characters just fit. And on top of that, I thought, and I went back, Sean. I went back and I started looking at some of the Nightfall books. I was like, I'm just going to flip through these just to see what I forgot about this. And they were actually fairly accurate. Now, they left a lot of things out because you can only fit so much into an hour-and-a-half movie.
Sure.
But they hit a lot of the beats and a lot of the same kind of ideas of why Bane was, running Batman ragged and all this kind of stuff. But they did kind of change Bane's motivation for a little bit. Before I jump into actually talking about the story and a little bit of the spoilers, so to speak, what was your breakdown? What was your take on this fantastic first movie of the trilogy?
I give it a really high 9. I enjoyed it. I like their take on Azrael. I wish there was a little bit more, but I understand why there was so little. I never put that creepy voice he had as him talking.
It's a cool voice.
Saint Dumas, I believe it is.
Yeah, Saint Dumas.
Dumbass.
Across the Dumas.
But, so I thought that was cool. The anime, that scene alone is top tier tits.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome. That's like, if nobody's ever checked out the Sword of Azrael miniseries or the Azrael
Joe
series,
Quesada, check that out.
The Barry Kitson series, check it out. Phenomenal, dope character. I love how with Bane, they did the color shading to match Kelly Jones' rendering, at least with the abs, or just I thought it
wasn't like the straight black ink that Kelly Jones would do, but it was the shading and the lighting was very much Kelly Jones inspired.
I love that's my favorite Batmobile rendition car.
That was pretty good. That kind of reminded me of the Breyfogle, or I say Breyfogle because that was just the car that I remember.
Well, that's what it is.
Okay, yeah, all right. I didn't know if he designed it or not.
I don't know if he did it as well, but that's the one. But yeah, I loved it. I can't wait for Night. Is it Night Quest?
It'd be Night Quest next, and then Night Ends would be the third movie.
But yeah, give me more, man. I'm gonna watch it again. Watch it on Plex. But yeah, it was awesome.
I got Alistair Crawley in the house. Says, despite my name, I come in peace. Right? All right, here we go. Mr. Crowley! Good to have you here, man. Thanks for being here. Always fun having you in the chat. This one had better flowing animation. Yeah, I did. I again, small gripes about some of the walking. I thought was a little stiff, but otherwise, the action scenes were really, really good. There's so the movie starts out. It kind of follows its own kind of feel, and it does. What was the prequel? It was the Bane series.
The Vengeance of Bane.
Vengeance of Bane. They kind of covered the Vengeance. Yeah. It was just a one book. Okay.
Yeah, there was a sequel, but that came out years later. Just
gotcha. Okay. They wrapped that into this movie as well. So they did a really deep dive into Bane. So they gave you an idea what the character was, and then they jump into the Nightfall story where Bane makes it to Gotham. Well, okay, let me back up for a second. Bane's in prison with his mom. They go to prison for some kind of debt that their father had, and then his mom dies. His mom is a real just hard ass on him as far as just like, don't show pity, don't show mercy, always show strength. And okay, they push some boundaries in this movie, man. Some places I didn't think they were going to go. There's a scene in prison where there's basically a pedophile that is moving in on young Bane. And spoilers here, guys. I mean, I'm sorry. This is he takes him out. He takes out the PDF guy, but then he attacks the guards and stuff. So they throw him in this I don't know what well thing, whatever, and he stays there for like 20 some odd years, just working out, eating rats, getting big. Although I don't know if you can get that big. I don't know if you can get that big eating rats, but it's movies, so we won't pick that apart too much. I do not like Kelly Jones art, so if they molded this after Jones, no wonder I don't like the designs. I got you on that, man. But yes, they did. Kelly Jones was a big inspiration for what they were doing with this art, which reflects it quite a bit. If you don't like it, you're probably not going to like the animation. Understandable. I loved it, so I thought it came out very well. This is Chuck Dixon one, right?
Yeah, he's part of it.
He was one of the right.
Him and
Graham Nolan.
Yeah,
created Bane. Yeah. The beginning of Nightfall in the comics was great, but I also hated how Azrael took over and knocked Dick Grayson. It lasted too long. Yeah, I understand that, but I think what was good about that is at that point in the comics, I think Dick and Bruce were estranged from each other. So it was like there was only one choice to take over in the moment that Bruce is going through this recovery from his back being broken, and that was Azrael. But serving the story, if you had Dick take over, there would have been no real big reason for Bruce to have to come back. You know, with Azrael taking over and suffering with all the brainwashing and stuff that he went through, him going crazy and turning the Batman into basically a villain in the storyline was the catalyst to get Batman to come back before he was ready, because he comes back, he defeats Azrael before he was fully healed, and he goes back on sabbatical that's when Dick takes over as Batman for a little bit. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It comes out on 4K and DVD soon. Nice. All right, so well, check it out. I'm not going to go into crazy spoilers except for the fact that we know the overall story, and they stuck to the story fairly well. They changed Bane's motivations slightly. And I don't know if I liked it as much as the comic book's motivation. I thought the comic book was much more... The Bane in the comic book was much more cunning and smart. And I'm not saying they made this Bane dumb, because they didn't. He has a plan. He puts it into motion. You know, he's not a dummy by any means. But I just feel like the Bane in the comic book was more strategic in what he was doing. I'll just say that.
I mean, this one's pretty smart when you think about it, though.
He is pretty smart. They added that to his character. But just flipping through the Nightfall books like I did the other night, I just kind of remember like, oh, how smart Bane was. How much he manipulated other villains and in situations. How he figured out that Batman was Bruce Wayne in the comic books. You know, like that kind of smart. They don't really tell you a lot in this movie, except they just kind of establish that he knows that Bruce is Batman. Now, the only other complaint I had, I was surprised they left out Bane's crew. Oh, yeah, that was another thing too. They left out an entire crew, which is, again, I'm flipping through these books. I'm like, okay, this character wasn't in it. This character wasn't in it. Oh, this character was in it. So they picked and chose what they wanted to do with the story. And overall, I think it did very well. Would you say you give it a 9? What?
Like a high 9.
High 9, so let's say 9.5.
I'll go with that.
Okay, I'm right there with you. Let's go with 9.5. I mean, it was damn near perfect. The only gripes I have is a little bit with the animation, but that's nitpicking. And also, I thought they made Bane just a little bit too indestructible. I was telling Sean this. First of all, this movie is rated R. If you guys want violence and gore, you're gonna
watch
love
it
this
with
movie.
your kids.
You don't watch it with your kids.
If you want them to grow up in the better world, you need to watch this with your kids. And it's your duty as a parent to watch it with your kids.
There you go. HPT Bandit says I'm gonna wait till all 3 are out. That's not a bad idea. It would be a little bit of a wait,
cool.
but not a bad idea. Watching it, just binge watching the entire thing, that works. We got a lot of violence, a lot of gore, a lot of blood. So that was very well done. But I thought they made Bane just a little bit too indestructible, to the point where he was like damn near unstoppable. And if you guys watch the show or watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. He was almost like the Hulk in a lot of ways when he juiced up. And that just it made the motivation in the comic book to break Batman. Bane breaks Batman's back in the comic book to take over the city, right? To just let everything just go into chaos, right? And in this, they kind of change his motivation for why he's breaking Batman a little bit. But it just I'm watching that, I'm just like, you built up this character so much that he probably would have torn Batman limb from limb with his bare hands. So I think it was a little bit too much of a build up there. That's my only complaint. But these are minor things. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I sat down, I smoked out of my one hitter, got real high, and I put it on my 85-inch TV, right? I watched this thing from beginning to end, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. Creepy looking fella. I know he was gonna. Oh, the inmate. Yeah. He was creepy from the beginning. When he first shows up, you're like, oh, this guy looks kind of weird, but he seems nice. And then there's that one scene where he comes into the cell, and I'm just like, are they going there? And I'm like, oh shit, they're going there. Like that was ballsy, I gotta say. By the way, shout out to FFS chat doing a raid. I see Cynics jumping in here. Appreciate you for sending everybody over here. This is the Grift, episode 11. I'm Ronan Joe. This is Sean Ahrendt. We are missing Kayla tonight, but we were just talking about a bunch of different stuff. We're going to get into some cool things as we go here. Some boob talk, which I know a lot of you guys come to this channel for. We're going to talk about some boobs. Let's go. But we're just covering Nightfall real quick. And just want to go over what we were talking about. It's a very awesome movie. If you guys have a chance to watch it, go check it out. You can buy it on streams right now, or you can wait for it to come out in 4K or DVD, whatever that is. But I liked it. It was very, very well done. It was worth the wait, you know.
Yeah, I really liked what they did with Azrael's choreography towards the end when he got the other suit.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. I like that a lot.
Yeah, going into Night Quest, man, I think it's going to be really fun to see Azrael take the Batman mantle, flip out, get the Joe Quesada suit, defeat Bane, and then we're going to go into the full armored suit in Night's End. I got our friend Garfield now. Says, hey, Joe, looks like latest Cyberfrog campaign couldn't make 100K in the first 24 hours. A failure, according to EVS. Backers have left. Is that the case? I don't know. Maybe it is. Also, looks like a lot of people saw your crash out on stream. They did. I got a really cool nickname out of it. Joe Crash Out. I like that. That's pretty cool. I'm digging it. A little raid. Yeah, just a little. By the way, I'm going to have Cynic on the Ronan Joe show coming up in a couple weeks. We can talk about imprints and a bunch of other stuff, so I'm looking forward to getting him back on the show. I'm excited about that. Do what?
Inbred?
No, Imprint is the name of his company.
Oh.
Past Master Dan's in the house.
Yeah,
good to see you. You had me at boobs. Oh yeah, just stick around. We're about to go into it. Jeremy Birch is in the house as well. Good to see you. We got Chris here. Hey, Joe Crash TM. That's what we should do. We should trademark that right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we should do. Trademark it and get 25 cents anytime anybody says it. I'm liking it. I like it's cool, you know, when you get enough haters or whatever to get a nickname. That's fine. I like that. Let's roll with it. Joe Crash Out. I'm digging it. Bane is not Hispanic. I thought he was.
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
Was he not in the movie? I thought he was.
Nah.
No.
He didn't have much of an accent. If that was.
Oh, I guess that's a good point. I mean, he was kind of darker skinned. I mean, does that count?
No.
Oh. Okay, then. According to the numbers, Joe, you lost 83% of your revenue from the first campaign. Absolutely abysmal. I mean, I didn't lose anything. I had all the money from the campaign, came through, paid for it. I was able to get more artists, pay some bills, which was nice. You know? So that campaign did very well. This campaign around, yeah, it's a little slower. I haven't really lost anything, though. Not this guy again. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. He's in here having fun, having a good time. It's all good. He has an imprint called Imprint. No, his company is called Imprint. Sweet Tooth's in the house says, I thought he was, yeah. I guess maybe I was high. I was high when I watched this too, guys. So I might have missed some small things. I probably have to go back and watch it again. All right, let's get to some boobs, because that's what a lot of people are here for. And then I'm going to rip Chris Claremont a new asshole. No, I'm probably not going to do that, but we're going to talk a little bit about it. But first, let me find where did I tag these boobs at? If you guys missed this, and I don't know where you're at, but I saw this, I was like, yeah, we got to talk about this, because, you know, where the fuck is it, Sean?
I'm just here.
Oh, well, okay, here's one. Well, I'm trying to look for this other one. Shout out to Roy. Roy, Art of Roy in the house has been pointing me to a lot of the heavies, you know. So like I said, this is like the heavy segment, right? So we're talking about heavy, we're talking about boobs. Roy sent me to this chat the other day. Lucy Pinder.
God damn.
I don't know who this is. There's some more pictures here. No nudity, right? Okay, we're good. Actually, I didn't preview this to make sure there was no nudity. Let me go real slow here. Oh shit. Okay, all right, we're good. Yeah, those are some heavies. That is good
God
Lord.
Bless America.
God bless America. That's right. What do you think? Real Real,
I don't
fake.
care.
They look. I mean, either way. Either way. It's. What do you think, Roy? Are you still in the chat? His father was White King Snake. His mother is Hispanic. Okay. I guess I didn't know that either. Oh shit. Garfield, what's the biggest dick you've seen up close? Probably. I'm assuming fairly big. But he can tell us. He can tell us if he wants to. No pressure, Garfield. No pressure. All right, what we got here? Joey's half Hispanic, just like us, Sean.
Nice.
His mother is Hispanic and his father is White King Snake. All right. I like that. Hard not to notice. Yep. This idiot thinks like the Democrats were what you made once is what you should make every time. Yeah,
I'm with that.
A lot of these people have a very leftist mind, when it comes to their thinking and their attack. They also like to put you into categories just because you hang out with certain people. I'm like, look, man, I do what I do on this channel. I've stayed out of the drama for the most part. Like I'll talk about some stuff. If you want to come in here in the chat and say what you want in the chat, that's up to you. I got no problem with it. But send money, send super chats at least. I'll start reading your stuff again.
Yeah,
send a super
not
chat
cheap.
and we'll start bringing it in. Yeah. Wiley J says real. I'm down with real. Let's go. Those will make you take back shit you didn't even steal.
Right?
Sean, I don't care.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Facts.
That's a good one. Not too bad for 42. Fucking A, dude. Is she 42? Did I miss that?
Nice.
Wow. That's awesome. Lucy is British, I think. Not 100% on that though.
Nobody's perfect, but
I don't care. I don't care what you are. If you're walking around with those, you're good in my book, Wow. Garfield, you had the okay. Garfield, you heard that from Sin and repeated it. Parrot. Speaking of Sin, good to see you, brother. For $1.99, says I missed Garfield tonight. We had Ethan and talked CG. Well, there you go.
Nice.
Where are you at, Garfield? Should have been in there dropping some super chats in Cynic's chat. Good to see you, Sin. Hope you're doing well. I've seen them nude, and they have that sway, plus her body type is made to carry them heavies. Let's go, Roy. If you guys missed it, Roy was the one that showed me this. I was like, I got to bring it up because we're doing more and more of this highlighting of the heavies, as we call them. And now I'm trying to find the other thing I was going to show you. Oh shit, here's another one. Good lord, maybe I'm just you start looking at my timeline. If X is like, this is what you're looking at. Here's all you get. This is one I found the other day. Samara Weaving.
Why does this sound familiar?
That's a chick that's playing. I don't know what that chick's doing there on the bottom. I'm gonna close out in case in the comments they whip out titties here. I don't want to lose the channel. It's the White Queen, Samara Weaving.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Look at that. The one thing I like about these modern day women, the Indian Navarrete chick. There's another one, Daphne Keene. Mm-hmm. All these women get on social media and they have no problem showing off, and we get all this cool stuff for free. I like it.
This is like the opposite of what Kayla wants other women to be like.
That's a good point. Yeah. If Kayla was here, she'd be like, whores.
They have no dignity.
Which usually, this is more of like a Ronan Joe kind of subject. If Kayla was here, I probably wouldn't be covering this much, but Kayla's not here, so we're just going to let the boys have locker room talk tonight. Yeah.
Cock it up.
Garfield says, sorry I couldn't make the show. You should have made it, man. Come on. There should be no apology. Just be in Sin's chat every single show. Come on. It's the least you can do. Always highlight the heavies. There we go. Yeah, that's why I wanted to. I was like, let me close this down because the comments can get kind of crazy. I don't want to lose that. We got Billy Power Max in the house. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Because she's got a great ass. Now we're talking. All right, let me see if I can actually find this, because the whole reason why I'm having you guys here, we're doing this heavy segment, is not for these pictures, but I'm glad I highlighted them. There's another one I can show right there. Where the fuck is this, Sean? I specifically tagged it for tonight. I told Curse Hearts we were going to be talking about it. There we go. I found it. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry about that. I almost dropped the ball, but no more. Here we go. This is why you guys came. This is what we're doing around here. Well, I mean, keep that to yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
As long as they come.
All right, we don't need the volume for this. If you guys haven't seen this, is Sydney Sweeney's new commercial. Let's sit back and let's just watch.
What the fuck?
And let's just watch what's going on. If you don't know, she has a lingerie company or line or something like that.
What is this?
It's a promotional video.
No, I'm like wow, like what is this?
Oh yeah.
What's I seeing there? Like 5 minutes, you know. Oh, I can't wait for the fucking. Oh.
Yeah,
like,
Curse
this
Hearts.
is racist.
Curse Hearts was. She's like, immediately
Nice.
thought of you guys when I saw this. I was
Thank
in
you.
Sin's chat earlier, and I said something about we need more boob talk, and she was like, "You gonna do the Sydney Sweeney commercial?" I was like, "Yeah, tune in later." I got it all pulled up. We're definitely getting into this, because if you guys don't know, Sydney Sweeney is our girl here. Daphne Keene as well. Samara Weaving. We're just adopting all these hot chicks. Yeah. Let's go. But this is what I'm saying. Like, these modern day women, and Kayla would call them whores. Okay.
Yeah.
Kayla would call them whores.
Despicable whores.
And I'm just saying, it's a good
She's
time.
like, oh, look, she's wearing all this makeup. Oh,
Yeah.
boo, boo, boo. I don't care.
No, this is real, Roy. This is not AI. It's probably heavily filtered, you know, but no, this is real. Yeah. I'll see you guys in 10. Okay, well, we gotta
All
get
right.
through all the
We're gonna
whores.
replay this shit.
we gotta
I
get
think we need to
through all
talk
the
about
whores
anything else.
first. Hello,
Right?
nurse. Yeah. So I mean, there's that, guys. That's there you go. That's the new
That's
segment we
awesome.
got here on the Ronan Joe channel. Mostly probably Ronan Joe show, where we're gonna talk about heavies. And
No. I think we should bring it on here too. I'm making as 1/3 of the grift. I'm putting in my vote.
Okay, I'm fine with that. You know, I mean, like, you know, I don't want to subject Kayla to all the guy talk
I don't
around
care.
here. You know, like we can be respectful to the women on the panel. You know, but you know, whatever. I'm here to please the fans, right? It's the chat that I want to please. It's the chat. What do you guys want? And that's what we will do, right? It's just becoming a staple here on this channel. So, speaking of which, I got one more while we're waiting for Kayla to get in here. Why not? You know, oogling girly pictures always is a good topic. Here's another one. Another one, Sydney Sweeney just showing off her wardrobe and her line of stuff. You know, whatever. I'm not even looking at the clothes. I'm like, let's go. Big-breasted women usually don't have asses. You know, that's actually kind of true.
False. That's false.
Oh, really? In my
Latinos, Mexicans.
oh
Fucking
well,
kidding me?
yeah. But I will say that in my experience, the more big-breasted women that I've come in contact, their asses are fine. But it's usually the small-breasted women that have like the really, you know, boom ass. You know. So that
personalities.
There could be something to that, Roy. Bearwolf says Comicsgate is a loose network of creators and fans. Each indie company is responsible for their own books. Joe is responsible for Joe. Shane is responsible for Shane. John, etc. That's right. Yep, that's right. Comicsgate is a movement. We all have our own individual companies. We all run them differently. We all crowdfund differently. We all advertise differently. We all have different goals. Yeah, Bearwolf is correct. Urge to see my ex dressed that way for everyone. That's awesome. Oh, okay. They're not as
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Ezzy Gonzalez.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Listen, Kayla, I don't like to put women against women. I just like to appreciate women.
Yeah.
We don't have to say like, oh, she's know this or she's know that. But like, does she have big boobs? Yes. Does she have a nice ass? Yes. She's in the club, right? So we can add Easy Ezzy Gonzalez. We add her with Sydney Sweeney, Samara Weaving, Daphne Keene, Indy Navarrete. Who else we got?
You know who's bringing down women?
We got a good stable. We got a good harem of 5 chicks so far on this show. Harems. Yeah. You never show the woman I say are hot because you don't. Okay, listen. I will look up this chick, but for the most part, Kayla, I don't trust your taste in women. Sean,
She's got decent taste in women.
she's got decent taste, but I don't trust it. Okay, let me look this up. What's the name?
Elza.
Is it EI or EI? Okay, let me look this. EIZA.
E-I-E-I-O.
EIEIO EIZA Gonzalez. Oh yeah, this chick. Yeah, she's good looking.
Yeah, she's playing Wonder Woman, right?
This is Wonder Woman. Yeah. We looked at her the other day. Last on the Ronan Joe show.
I just
we
beat
looked
off to her. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right before the show.
All
right, let me bring it up. This isn't as sexy. Just Google searching is always because you never know what's going to pop up on Google. We'll just bring this up for a second. So, yeah, no, she's hot. She could have bigger boobs, but she is very hot. Nice body.
Beautiful.
Sweet Tooth says, you want to please me? I want to please the chat. You know, you guys come in here, you look for a show, you look for entertainment, and, you know, we like to talk about boobs here. We're guys, except for this one right here, which has boobs. Like a guy. It thinks like a guy, though. Yeah, I've always said Kayla is very much more like a man's mentality than a female mentality.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful. I didn't say she
think
wasn't.
she's one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
See, this is what
Put her-
happens.
put her in the harem. Put her in the
say
harem.
an opinion that agrees towards her, but she's like, not registering that they're agreeing
No,
with
what
me.
are you talking
not
about?
registering that they're agreeing with me. I'm
No,
gonna fight
I
them.
didn't say that at all. I just got done moving 150 50-pound boxes
All
after
right.
teaching yoga
Working those
for 2
muscles.
hours.
I like that.
Yeah.
Real
barely
big breasted,
have a
not
voice.
fake breasted. I'll take him either way. I do like real boobs
I
better than
okay
fake
for 'em.
boobs, but you know, it's all good to look at, you know. If a woman aren't fat, it's one or the other. You know what? I don't mind fat women either. There's some fat women that have some really nice tits. I'm just saying, guys, you know, I'm
Fat
a
women
boob
get
connoisseur.
great head.
Yeah, well, that too. Sean
No,
knows
I
what's
just
going
I
on.
just think
Yeah, I
I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Her face, and she has a model body, so I can understand
Yeah,
that it
good looking.
might not
Very
be
good
your
looking.
taste body wise, but
Let's see
she's
what else
just
they got here.
absolutely beautiful. She even looks good without makeup.
Look at that.
She's
Mhm.
gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. No bra wearing around. Doing the Jennifer Aniston nipple poke out there. No, yeah, she's very attractive. We'll add
This
her to
is
the
why
harem.
I
With that
could never
lesbian
be a
haircut she's
lesbian. I could never be a lesbian.
Yes, you
because
could.
I was just
I
gonna say,
have
what do you mean
no-
you couldn't? You absolutely could be.
I
This is the
believe
evidence
you.
of why you could be a lesbian
can.
right here.
Yes, you can.
No.
Yeah, and
Yes.
you should try
You
it.
should
I wouldn't want
definitely.
to. I wouldn't want to.
What do you guys think, chat?
Chat, let's make a poll.
Yeah,
How great
Absolutely
of
I mean,
a
she doesn't have to be.
lesbian would
She
Kayla
could be, you know, just maybe bi. You know, just maybe experiment.
Well, I
You know, you live
wouldn't
out your
wanna-
college years right now. You know,
would not want to. I feel bad for men because they have to deal with us. We suck. We're crazy.
that's a good
Yeah,
point.
but there's a good
That's a good
payoff.
point. Yeah.
So
You would make
why
an
would I
awesome
want to
lesbian.
deal with
See,
all
the
of
chat,
that?
The chat is saying you would make an awesome lesbian.
There you go. Elizabeth is in the house. Good to see you.
Yep.
Says women that do body shaping can have. Wait. Body shaping
Oh,
can
yeah,
have both. I got you.
People that do body contouring and stuff.
Hell yeah! Now we're
What is
talking.
that? Like bending?
Yeah, Jennifer Connelly still a smoke
yeah,
show. Still a
she's-
smoke
yeah,
show.
Yeah, she's a dime.
Used to live in South Florida. You go down to the South Beach, and the females walking around down there would stop traffic. Oh, I feel you, man.
Right? They're
Yeah.
just coming out of the water and making that happen.
Even here in Michigan, go to the beach, and it's crazy.
Oh,
That's why I don't go to
Jesus
the beach.
Christ.
Yeah, that's why I don't go to the beach.
I was
just-
like, where are they hiding all winter? And then I went to the beach and they were all there. I was like,
they were all
I
right
fucking
there.
take
Yeah.
my cock down in my life. It's crazy.
Exercise, have the booty and smaller chest. Look at. So I just want people out there to understand. I like big tits. I like tits of all sizes. Don't get me wrong. But I'm more an ass man than I am a boob guy, which is kind of weird because you guys come to this channel and we're always talking about boobs. But I enjoy a nice ass probably more than anything. So women, if you got a small chest out there, but you also have a good dumper on you, we're good. You fit into the harem, okay? Right now, the harem is full of big-breasted women in here, but there's room for very nice asses as well. Boo, no boobs. You just turn them around.
Oh my goodness!
Like that's how you fix that, Roy. That's just how we fix that. Maya Goth to list. All right, let's look at Maya Goth. Let's see what you guys got going on.
She's
Mia Goth. Let's see what's going on here.
Heroin kind of chic looking.
What is it, like a Massachusetts runway walker? Like
okay. Is this the right one? I don't know if I'm feeling this as much, Warlock.
Yeah, she needs eyebrows, and this is
maybe some eyebrows. I mean,
the
face isn't bad here. I like the darker hair.
She had a kid
what's
with
his name's
Shia
baby
LaBeouf.
mama?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna have to fill out an application. Yeah. Although this isn't bad. That's not
she's
bad.
pretty. No,
Yeah,
she's
pretty.
She's very.
Oh
attractive.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I think she's cute looking.
She's got something there. I'd have to like do like the spin around. I'd have to turn around a little bit. Let's see what else you got.
Looks like she'd be related to Summer Glau.
She actually kind of looks like the actress that's Wednesday Addams a little bit.
Jeffrey Rodriguez. No.
What the fuck is her name? I just had a brain fart.
She removed her eyebrows too. Jenny Ortega.
Yes, Ortega. She was smoking hot, and she's not bad looking now, but she's getting into that fad of like skinny and too much. Got Sheldon Martin in the house. Our guy says, "Did I miss the booby pics?" You did, my friend. I'm sorry. Go back just like 5 minutes and you'll see it. But I do want to give you a shout here.
Sheldon, what's your
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
All right, go ahead.
Sheldon, do you think Kayla will make a great lesbian?
No, that's a good question.
No, but seriously, Sheldon, you posted a video.
No, but seriously, like
you posted a video today, phenomenal video of you drawing Grace from Michael Turner's Soulfire on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
What brand pencil holder were you using? Because I had something like that similar like 20 years ago, but it was like a 7 lead. Can't seem to find it, but like this is a pen, but it kind of looks similar to this. But I just wondered where you got yours, because I'm gonna scoop that up.
Elizabeth says a chest 2. Hey, what? I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but I would just say this.
She's pretty.
Yeah, this chick is pretty.
I also
chest 2, nice ass chest. I mean, you can have both, but if you have one or the other, that's good. Garfield, if you want to ask these questions, I will gladly answer them. You just gotta send a super chat. That's all.
Beowulf also brings up Anasawa. That was in that's her name, Anasawa, I believe. She's she was in Shogun, and she also was in the show with Kurt Russell, the Godzilla show Monarch.
Oh yeah.
She's really pretty.
This chick.
Yeah. Sawa
Okay.
is beautiful.
All right. I want to get back to the rules here of the harem. Okay, of the Ronan Joe harem here. Pretty girls, whatever. We can look at pretty attractive women.
Of hose.
I'm talking about we want the heavies. All right, this is what's been established. That's why we got Daphne Keane, we got Samara Weaving, we got Sydney Sweeney. We want the heavies in the harem. Now, if you don't have the heavies, you have to have the fantastic ass. Attractive women aside, yes, very attractive women, but you have to meet a certain style. Right, to get into the Ronan Joe harem.
Bigger than Samara Weaving's.
Yeah, but Samara Weaving's just got the whole overall package. She's got great tits, nice ass, beautiful body, great face,
she has a great
eyes.
body and a great
that's what I said.
face.
Yeah.
So.
You see how we agree, but then Kayla argues with the agreements.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. You're like the rules for the harem.
I make the rules for the harem. Like this is a thing that started on the Ronan Joe show a long time ago. So it's what do they call it when rules you can
democracy.
There you go. If they're flawless, she can go braless. I like that. Yeah. You'd make a great lesbian. See, everyone. I'm finally catching up to the whole lesbian part. That's how far about I am in the chat. Yeah, everyone thinks. See, we should do this. We should crowdfund it.
No,
I don't
let's
know.
not.
Thick,
Let's
thick
not.
thighs save lives. You know how much money you could make, Kayla? And I would just take a percentage of that, and so would Sean.
Insulin ain't cheap.
Yeah. Kayla wouldn't be butch. She would be lipstick, lesbi. Oh, I got you. No, Kayla would never. Look at her. She's not gonna be butch.
She'd be a beautiful lesbian.
I love men too much.
Oh.
To
All
be a
right. Well, there you
lesbian.
go, guys.
And I would not want to deal with women. Like, I just would not. I could not be a lesbian.
Well,
what? A lesbian?
A lesbian? Well, you could be a lesbian if you
could
really
definitely be a
wanted to be a
lesbian.
lesbian. I'm just saying. That's
Yeah, Jason Momoa was nailing Isa Gonzalez.
You guys are getting beach bodies. I walked away from Santa Monica Pier disappointed. I was talking about the WE actress, no boobs. The we actress. I'm behind, guys. I'm sorry. Huge nipples on them tits are very desirable. Let's take them either way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, I'm very easy going here.
Sorry. That's
Oh, Roy
I
likes
want
buns
some
of steel,
fucking
I think. Now we're talking.
salami slices, baby bottle tops on some boobs. I don't know.
Oh, I
fine.
love big areolas. I love big areolas.
Look, big, small.
Yeah,
they're all fine. I mean, like, what are we complaining about here? It's
Rounded
God made the
areolas.
female form beautiful. The female body is beautiful in all its ways. Whether you are a perfect body or maybe you're a little overweight, maybe you compensate with the giant knockers that we can all be happy with. So let's go.
Even when they get pregnant and they get darker, love that.
People are not liking that one
I don't
chick.
want to know what you do.
Ortega, thank
I'm
you.
not telling you. I'm telling the chat. Stay on theme.
Sean got a
Stay on theme,
pregnancy
that's
fetish
right.
Now, like, I know I made it. I made
No,
it
she
for
did not made it
conversation
yet.
about
She-
boobs and everything.
Elizabeth said I misspelled chest as chast. That's what that was.
But we got it.
Well, if
He
you
read
missed
it at least, though.
I was just gonna say if you missed it, or misspelled it because I completely missed it. My dyslexia just put it all together. So, and I'm just like, we're talking about boobs. I see the word chest, and we're like, okay, I got that. K.O. Joe's in the house says greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina. Greetings, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Okay, all these girls look too much alike to be in X-Men. Could be. Yeah, some people aren't liking that one chick we brought up. Yeah. Those two chicks the last three we brought are not making it into the harem. A lot of them were very attractive, but you have to have, it's a dictatorship. That's right. We have to have certain standards to get into the harem. You know what I'm saying? You're responsible for your own harem. That's right. Yeah. Boobs have gotten to Piz's? Who's Piz? Peas? Peas's boobs have gotten too big? Who's Peas's?
I have no idea.
Garfield, send a super chat. I'll answer it. Send a super chat. Make it a good one though. $10 and up.
I have an idea for men too, Elizabeth. Trust me, I'm going to start with Kit Harington, then I'm going to bring Tom Hardy.
Well, we've already established that Kayla likes drunk sad men.
Yeah.
So guys in the chat, you have a chance, I guess, if you fall into that category.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, we're putting together a team. That's right, with special attributes. That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Look, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, we're here for it. The baseline is 90 Selma Hayek, as far as I can tell.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, she's in there. She's in. Yeah, she's goaded in.
She's a general.
Let's go. Let's see. If you want to see the definition of Swain heavies, find Alexandra Daddario. Daddario. Oh, running in that movie San Andreas. Oh yeah, she's got some big knockers. Yeah. Okay, try Gracie Higgsfield. She will make the list. All right, this is the last one I'm going to look up, and then we're going to move on to
Kit Harington playing Gilderoy Lockhart in the new Harry Potter show, season 2.
How the fuck would we look at that?
I
That's
guess.
horrible.
I mean,
I mean, that's what I want to look at, but
oh god.
here we are.
Do you have a link, Kayla? You got to come to the show prepared.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not finding this chick. Gracie. Gracie, that's my bad. All right, this better be good. This better be good because the last one I was not as impressed with. Oh. Okay. All right, hold on a second. Here we go. Okay, Warlock, you got my attention now. I'm gonna go slow here because I don't know what we're gonna see on this Google, but so far so good. Sean, what are you thinking?
She looks AI, but I like it.
You think she's AI?
it's an AI influencer. It literally says AI influencer.
Where?
Go up. Grace Higsfield, AI influencer. Right on Instagram.
Are you serious? Come on, Warlock. That's it. Oh, right here. Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah,
Good.
and none of the pictures look similar because it's different women they're scanning every single time to combine to make this woman.
Damn
That's
it.
fucking creepy.
I wasn't even looking at the faces. Fooled me on that. You fooled me on that, Warlock. Thank you. All right.
Creepy.
Why am I still looking at this?
See, I feel bad for you guys.
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, Kayla.
Now,
I got to read your posts. I got to read your posts on X about all the constantly going off.
You don't read.
Yeah, I don't read. No, but for some reason I do have to see that. The male body is handsome. See,
Yeah,
women should think
working
that.
on me.
Yeah, women should think that. Men think that the female body is beautiful. Women should think that the male body is handsome, and then we get together.
Nice,
you know, male and female, the way it was intended.
Nice V line, nice broad shoulders, and
oh wow, listen to Kayla get going there. What do you think about that, Sean?
I'm trying to read this.
Okay, read it.
If I'm to speak freely, what? So
what?
why 24/7 at that's a lot. That I smell shit. Look on her face is varying degrees.
Varying degrees.
No, I'm getting corrected.
a little unbecoming of her at certain moments. Yes, she is beautiful.
Which one is that? Was that the Asian chick?
Yeah.
Or is
Well,
that the?
kind of has resting bitch face, but a lot of us have that problem.
Okay. Yeah, Kayla made it to the stream. She's here. I know Kyojo is very, very excited to see you.
Kyojo.
Yeah, you must be this hot to ride. That's right. To ride the white pole. You know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah, Kayla, that is great. All right, Kayla's got all the support from the women here. You ever notice that? Curse Hearts is in here on Kayla's side. Elizabeth comes in here on Kayla's side. Katie did when she jumps on here. Kayla's side. When are they going to be our side?
I'm actually
Our
surprised because most women hate me in real life.
You just think that.
For the most
Just
part.
give it time.
Yeah, just give it time. Anthol, whatever. Fowl's in the house. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. What's up, guys? Drew G's in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Not bad. She can join the harem. Totally, yeah, except she's AI. But, maybe, plug into virtual reality if you need a little boost, All right, you should do some for Kayla. We don't leave no soldiers behind. Yeah, but we out.
Good.
It's two guys and a girl here. Like, I don't really want to be looking at dudes,
I mean, I'm ready to talk about comic book stuff. So.
Yeah, we jumped in at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to be on the show, so Sean and I are like, let's do locker room talk.
Well, I told you guys I was gonna try to finish moving on.
You said that you would be on
trying and confirming is two different things.
Well, I underestimated how fast I can move.
We all underestimated it because we had an entire show planned, and now you're here, and we got to jump off the boobs. All right, guys, we're jumping off the boobs. Watch us lose 30 people watching. By the way, 58 people in here watching, everyone. Please hit the like button. We're trying to get the likes up on the channel, on the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Consider becoming a member. Every member of the channel gets exclusive behind-the-scenes look at everything going on with Superior Press, specifically right now, Reaper Destroyer and possibly Chaos. When we start getting going on that, you get to see things before anybody else gets to see them. And also on launch days, you guys get specific and special discounts. When I did the Second Chance campaign, all the members for the YouTube channel got half off on the highest tier that there was. Actually lost a lot of money doing that. So I don't know if I'm going to do that again, but that's what I try to do for the guys or the people that are coming in here supporting the channel.
There you go.
Yeah. What?
Garfield's right. You lost money.
Oh, there you go. So he was finally right. Yeah, that's why I lost money. You know, giving too much way to, I did the same thing on the first campaign. Way too much money spent on all the extras because I wanted to give so much back to the people. Yeah, that's where all that money went. All right, let's talk comics and boobs. There we go. That was a good boob segment. That was the heavy segment, and we're gonna move on to some comic talk here, or just some pop culture talk in general. Sean's got some things we're gonna bring up here, and we're gonna jump into some. We're gonna get back to the show, guys. Kayla's here, so let's get back to the Grift. We'll continue all the boob talk on Sunday at 10:30 on the Ron and Joe show. So tune in there. We'll have some definitely more heavies to talk about. Sean, what's going on with this?
So with everything we talked about in the past, that even though Masters of the Universe did shit in the theaters, it's doing phenomenal in streaming for about 4 weeks straight.
Yeah.
It's been number one, even when it dropped to like number 2 or 3, and now it's due to the Big Bang Theory, it popped up to be number one. With the sales of all the figures and the merchandise, Hasbro hasn't done this well since the original incarnation from the 80s. And talk of a sequel is definitely on the books. There's definitely going to be a sequel.
Happening.
Yeah. So with streaming numbers, like, does it really matter if it fails in the theater now?
Right now, no.
Days?
And I'll tell you why in a second. But Sam, you're welcome. Yeah, we're going to try to avoid the sausage stream.
Sorry, I gotta let the cat out.
Oh. Okay,
I
mute yourself. There you go. There you go. No, this is much like back in the day. I think people forget that back in the day, a movie could fail in the theater and then find new life on VHS or DVD when DVDs came around. But there are plenty of movies that failed in the theater but picked up a cult following on VHS or DVD and then got sequels of movies, whatever. Super Troopers is a movie I can think of right offhand that did not do well in the theater. But, man, that was like the Stoners... That was the Stoners movie to watch when we were kids or when we were teenagers. Teenagers or young adults. It was like Super Troopers was the movie to get high to and watch. It was absolutely hilarious. So yeah, I do think that this will get a sequel. I don't think that this is dead in the water by any means. So yeah, I think we're going to see this down the line. And it actually was a pretty good movie. I've said this before, guys. Like I do not get too much into this knee-jerk reaction or trying to come up with narratives for clicks or for views. I'll just give you an honest opinion about the things I think when it comes to movies and comic books, and they're probably going to be a lot different than a lot of the influencers or YouTube people you see out there. If I like something, I'm gonna say I'm like it. That's pretty much it. Mike's in the house says, "Where's the North Shore, Kayla?" And I don't say the wait. Where's the North Shore, Kayla? And don't say the North.
The North Shore?
North Shore?
Where is the North Shore? The North Shore is in Massachusetts.
Yes, K.O.Joe, it does need a sequel.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. It needs a trilogy. There's a lot of characters, a lot of lore to get into. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
I enjoyed this movie. I mean, I don't know enough about Masters of the Universe because I didn't really watch the cartoon or anything. It wasn't of my generation. I only know about names of characters for selling things at the shop. It's really not my thing, but the movie was enjoyable. I didn't really have much to compare it to, and I think he's good looking.
Thank you.
And I liked the fighting scene, so I was all about that. Anytime there's like a man with a sword, I'm kind of like...
Yeah, because the sword is the extension of the dick.
Yeah.
That's why it's attractive to women, You just want to put that out there just so you girls know. Chris Hart says,
I feel you would really enjoy the 2000 Masters of the Universe. They kind of rebranded the 80s series, gave it an update, a little more lore. I think you would like Evil Lynn's back history of all of them. She's a badass bitch.
Badass.
My dad was trying to explain some of the stuff to me, and I didn't know that he had as much knowledge of this as whatever he said. He said back in the day when he was at the gym training people and everything that people used to call him He-Man when he had hair and he was ripped out of his mind because my dad used to be super jacked.
Curse Hart says Grandma's Boys was one of those, and so was Idiocracy. Yeah,
I've never gotten
I love
through
Grandma's
Idiocracy.
Boy.
Yeah, Grandma's Boy is great.
That is like, I was, can I tell you
fantastic.
though,
Yeah,
when that movie came out, I was in my pothead days. And
you could
I
be there
smoked
again.
so much fucking weed that I didn't even understand what was going on in the movie for the longest
Good
time.
times. That's where you need to live.
Like, I just didn't understand there was even a story in the movie, but I laughed at everything. It wasn't
That's all that
until,
matters.
A few years later I realized, oh shit, this is this whole thing that's going on in this movie.
Bearwolf says lots of films that bombed or underperformed at the theaters, like Shawshank Redemption, Blade Runner, Highlander, Fight Club, etc. That's how the actors made the money. That's why they hate streaming services. Well, that's true. Like, I don't know what the actors get out of it. I'm sure. I know that what's that chick that played Black Widow was very pissed at some of the stream. Yeah, she was, because they didn't get like a cut of the streaming or something. So they might be getting screwed over with that. However, the movie itself, though, I think is picking up more legs when it gets to streaming. More eyes are seeing it. You know, it might be too expensive for people to go out to the theaters to see all of these movies, and they wait for certain movies to get to streaming because they get 2 months, 2-3 months. They're on a streaming platform now. You know, yeah, all of Carpenter's movies except for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, The Labyrinth bombed in the movie theaters too, and that's a cult classic.
I do want to bring this up though, Garfield. It says, remember, guys, if you bring up undelivered campaigns, then you're just being negative. No refunds. I'll tell you personally. I'll just talk about my stuff personally. I always gave refunds to anybody that asked, all the time. It didn't even matter. Like, I might ask, like, can I ask you why you're refunding? And they'd have their own reasons. I won't go into that. Some were very personal, and some just didn't want the book anymore. And I gave a refund like that. Never hesitated. I will always send the money back to the customer because that is the customer's money. And I appreciate the customers when they support the book because it is their hard-earned money. And if they don't want to support the book anymore and they want their money back, I give refunds. So I can only speak for myself when it comes to that, Garfield. So I just want to put that out there. But yeah, there's a lot of campaigns out there. There's people on both sides. And you got two sides of this thing. Right, you got that are fighting. We all know the sides, and there's late campaigns on every single side. There's one campaign that's like 6 years late, and there was a live stream just not too long ago where they said they weren't giving refunds on that campaign either. So it's all around there. But I give refunds, just so you guys know. Okay, here we go. Moving on. She was fine, but it was not done non-sexual. It had zero sexual tension. She-Man. Sorry. She-Man. Oh, I see what you're doing there, Roy. I see what you're doing there. Let's see. Did you watch 1987's Dolph Lundgren's flick, Kayla? It's available for free online. Yeah, what do you think about that, Kayla?
Yeah, I think I did watch that. I think Sean told me to watch that movie last year when I was like dying now.
Oh, well, yeah, that's probably not the best.
I don't think I paid attention to it well. That was like the last Terrificon that I worked, and I got sick and I had to go to the hospital for one of the days.
You should not do Terrificon anymore.
That's my favorite con to do. Where else am I going to get to talk to Chris Claremont?
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm gonna send him out to pasture here in a second.
No,
Richard Gradwell. No, I will. No,
leave
I will.
Chris Claremont alone.
No, it's not happening. It says I like what I like and I don't like what I don't like. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I like all the Ant-Mans. I like the Flash movie. I like Supergirl. I dislike Captain Marvel. Yeah, man, good on you, dude. Listen, I'm one of the biggest components of you like what you like. Don't be influenced by anybody else. Don't care what anybody else thinks about it. You don't have to fit in with any kind of popular narrative out there. You know, you do what you want. Whatever makes you horny. That's the biggest. That's my line right there. Whatever makes you horny, you do it. Garfield, again, send me a super chat and I'll answer some of this stuff, but you're asking a bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with me. So I'm not quite sure exactly what your point is in the chat. Well, go ask those people those questions. I can answer for me alone. That's it. So I'll answer any of the questions when it comes to me. Everybody else, I have no idea. Talk to them about it, man. Let's see. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. Thank you. It was the same for anime and
OVAs. Yeah.
OVAs. What was OVAs?
Like Record of Lodoss has an OVA.
Mm-hmm.
What is an
In
OVA?
the show.
Like an original animated feature.
Video.
Okay. I got
original video animation.
Different companies have different policies. Joe's responsible. Exactly, Bearwolf. Exactly. Yep. And I will answer anything when it comes to me for sure. All right. Let's see. Rachel Brinkley's in the house. Good to see you. Hope you're doing
Rachel?
well. All right. Let me see. All right. We're gonna bring that down. Kayla. All right. Let's get into it, Kayla. Shall we?
Well, I was at the panel and you weren't.
No, I don't care.
That don't mean
And Mark
shit.
Bagley,
Tell her, Sean. You tell her. Go ahead.
Mark Bagley has made plenty of comments about Bob Harris too. So are you gonna bring up Mark Bagley stuff about
No,
how Bob
because
Harris almost destroyed
I
his
like Mark
career?
Bagley.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mark Bagley said this. This
What'd
was
he say?
earlier this year.
What do you say?
What did he say?
Because I'm not talking about Mark Bagley, but go ahead. Tell
Well,
me what Mark Bagley
if
said.
you're gonna question Chris Claremont,
I'm
then
not
you
questioning
should-
Chris Claremont. I'm calling out this article.
Well, Chris
for-
Claremont is he is a superstar, unlike what you believe.
Just let me give some
You got
context.
the
to
top of
chat.
your
Let me-
hands.
Let me give context to the chat here. Kayla is a Chris Claremont simp, super simp. So anything negative said about Chris Claremont is going to spark a reaction, which is why I brought this article up, because it's very entertaining. And I knew that she was going to be on the show. Although I was disappointed when she said she wasn't going to make it tonight, which is why I was holding off this
I
article.
literally moved boxes as fast as I fucking could to defend Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
understand? Like,
Yeah.
Mark Bagley on Bob Harris.
I believe Chris is this. Wait, I believe Chris is. Damn it. I believe Chris in this instant, Joe. I read your thread on X. Oh, yeah. I think you were one of the ones I talked to on
Well,
X.
it's like when you meet
I'm
Chris,
with Kayla. That's fine. You can be with Kayla. You can be on the wrong side of this.
When
That's
you
fine.
meet Chris, though, when you talk to him, he is so charismatic, so passionate.
I'm sure he is. This is not a shot about the man himself. Okay, this is what I told Sean I was going to do. I'm going to start this off, and Kayla's not going to pay attention to any of this because that's not what she does. I'm going to start this off with praising. We're going to glaze Chris Claremont here for a second. All right, Chris Claremont is probably the best writer in comic book history. Right, he's the best X-Men writer. He created and established a lot of these storylines, evolved these characters, had a massive, popular, amazing run. You know, fantastic writer, good wordsmith, all that kind of stuff. He has his place on the top of the altar when it comes to comic book writers. Is that good, Kayla? Does that work for you?
And he's the definitive writer of the X-Men.
He's the definitive writer of the X-Men. Now, that aside, I can say popularity, he's not my favorite X-Men writer. All right.
He doesn't need to be.
Right, exactly.
He's still the best.
Sean, what the hell is going on here, Sean?
This
He doesn't
how it
need to
goes.
be,
I
but
told
he's
you this
still the
is gonna happen.
best. Just so it is what it is. There's the Bagley article. I just sent it to you.
I think Chris Claremont is great, but I think X-Men needed to go into the direction it did in the 90s. Thank you, Bearwolf.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
so here's the issue.
Oh,
And if I
there
was
we go.
Bob
The hunchman
Harris-
stuck. Sean was just talking about that.
I said the same thing.
Yep.
Just wait
Okay. Before I go into this article, I just want to specifically say, name me a critically acclaimed story that Claremont did after he was taken off of the X-Men in the 90s. Because when people talk about Claremont, they talk about all the stuff he did, 70s,
Well, he's known
80s.
he's known for the X-Men.
Right, exactly. So what has he done since then?
I
What
mean,
has he
he's
done
done
since
plenty of
then?
other
Wait, no.
stuff
Let me finish. What has he done since then has been critically acclaimed to hold on to a top writer status for all these years.
He doesn't need to do more. That's not how writing works. That's literally not how writing works.
No writer could ever come after a great writer and knock them off that top spot with
No one
works
has.
that they do.
No one has.
Okay. So
who's a better writer on X-Men than Claremont?
Sean,
Scott Lobdell.
there you go.
I don't think so.
Well, right. It's personal opinion.
Yeah.
See, this all breaks down to personal opinion, Kayla. This all breaks down to personal opinion. Now, listen, Claremont's great, right? We've already established that Claremont is great. So you like what you like, Joe. Absolutely. Absolutely. We've all established that Claremont is great. Now, I can also say that Claremont's best runs were tied to fantastic artists. Yes. Fantastic artists that brought those stories together.
Don't shake
and
your head.
also had wait,
Lobdell.
wait, Interrupticus. Also had thoughts when it came to plots, thoughts when it came to certain ways they told stories. It wasn't just straight Claremont. Claremont will probably say this as well. It was a Marvel method of writing. The artist had a lot to do. John Byrne had a lot to do. John Byrne was a writer.
Yeah.
He had a lot to do with a lot of those X-Men stories as well. Don't take anything away from Claremont. I won't. But he got to work with Byrne. He got work with Silvestri. He got to work with a superstar, Jim Lee, that took that book and put it onto a stratosphere never seen before.
I mean,
which is
he
why I
worked with
said
Jim
before, if
Lee
you had
before
taken
they
Claremont
did
off
this
of that book
X-Men
when
book.
Jim Lee was drawing it, you could
Jim
put
Lee
any
had already
writer
done
on that book that
this
Jim Lee was
X-Men
drawing, and
with
that book would
Chris
still been number
Claremont.
one and been pushing the numbers that it pushed. That's just the superstar aspect of that time and place with the artists that was so special during that period of time. Now, Chris Claremont gets his flowers because he was the writer of that book. Absolutely. And I can take anything away from him on that. But that's just, when you look back at it, it wasn't like it was just Claremont and then just so-so artists. It's like Phil Jackson, right? Phil Jackson worked with Michael Jordan and won lots of championships. Then he went and worked with Kobe Bryant and Shaq and won a lot of other championships. You could say that dude is the best coach in NBA history, but look at the talent that he was always working with. He never went into a team and just took it from scratch and built it up and created a championship. And
That's
I'm
not
saying
what this is
neither did Chris Claremont.
This is not what this is about, though. The fact is that Bob Harris told him that he shouldn't have let him leave.
Right. Let's jump
And
into
he
this, because
regretted his decision.
that's my point of this
And
entire
he
thing.
probably did, more than likely. Yes, absolutely. He probably did more than likely because Jim Lee left after 11 issues.
Yeah, they're
And then
cash
he
cow.
lost the most popular creator on an X-Men book.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. We'll jump into that. Does the Nightcrawler miniseries with artist Todd not count?
That was good, but not great.
There you go. Subjective, absolutely, Elizabeth. It's all subjective, which is fun. It's fun.
Chris Claremont
I
has
like to
overworked
get Kayla going because she's so like diehard about this stuff.
Marvel really fucked Chris Claremont. It's at the end of the day, Marvel really fucked Chris Claremont. He had 2 of his own IPs at Marvel, and they wouldn't even. Do you know he has?
Yeah, how'd they do?
Other story. They did fine. They were with Epic. They were fantasy stuff. He did Black Dragon and he did Marauder the She-Wolf.
What were the numbers?
I don't know the numbers from that era. I would have to look
what was the
into it.
critical
It was through
acclaim?
Epic.
What was the critical acclaim?
You can't name the numbers for anything but X-Men 1, Joe.
Right. So Claremont was.
And this is a different time period. The X-Men 1, it isn't just because of Jim Lee. It's because Claremont was going to be on 2 titles, and it's because of everything that was happening with the spectators market. That was a huge reason for everything in the
Yeah, sure.
90s.
There was a spectators market, but that was.
And what is X-Men 1 worth now?
It doesn't matter what it's worth now.
What is it worth now?
It's worth what it is worth now, but that's also a negative on Claremont. I don't. That's not a. There's no.
Not really,
that's not a.
because
Yeah, no, it is. That is. That's a negative on Claremont. Claremont wrote the book. If you're talking about Claremont,
more X-Men 1 they did of any Claremont's X-Men run.
Yeah, and the only reason why they
Issue-wise.
did was because of Jim Lee. Jim Lee was such a big superstar that they wanted to give him more of reins and to do plotting and all that kind of stuff. They gave him his own title. Jim Lee decided to work with Claremont because Jim Lee is not a scripter writer. He's a plotter. He's like, this is kind of what I want to do. Jim Lee wanted to revisit some of the stuff. He wanted to bring back Magneto. He wanted to do these things that Claremont did not want to do because Claremont was not a big fan of doing sequels of storylines.
Claremont did want to do more things with Magneto. That's where you're wrong.
What's up, Black Spider? It's good to see you.
Yo.
Then why didn't he?
Because of fucking Marvel. You've
Then
never
why was Jim Lee the
anything.
one that was able to do it then?
It was a different direction.
Because Jim
He wanted
Lee's
to do a different
superstar
direction.
aspect, Jim Lee could walk into the office and get whatever he wanted because he was Jim fucking Lee at that time.
that was because it was Bob Harris's belief. Harris chose to favor artists, although he treated Mark Bagley like shit.
I heard
that's
Mark
why
Bagley was kind of hard.
said- yeah,
He's kind of hard to work with. I like Bagley's art very much, but I've
Mark
heard
Bagley
he's kind
says
of
that
hard to
Bob
work
Harris almost destroyed his career pretty much, and basically in the article was kind of like, "Suck it, fucking Bob Harris," whatever the case. But Jim Lee and
He's a
Chris
little guy.
Claremont
He's
are
got
really
Napoleon
really
syndrome.
friendly, and that's why I can tell you something had to happen at Marvel. Part of the reason why Jim Lee went and founded Image, because if he was doing as well at
Hold
Marvel
up.
and everything.
Jim Lee didn't go and found Image. Jim Lee was
He's one of the
recruited
founders
and
for
part of
Image.
it.
No, he wasn't one of the okay.
He was there in the beginning.
Who was the founder of Image? Who were the main guys again that put Image together, Sean?
Rob Liefeld, Eric
Oh,
Larson, Jim Valentino, and then Todd McFarlane.
That's right. Jim Lee was an afterthought that they brought on because they're like, hey, this is an idea. He's Marvel's golden boy. We could bring him in. And it just so happened that it worked at the time. Same thing with Silvestri. They were last minute additions. So here's the thing with this article. Now, I think this article is deceptive. And when it says Chris Claremont says Marvel told him they regretted firing him from X-Men and Uncanny X-Men in 1991. So where's the quote here? And Kayla was at this panel, by the way, guys. Terrificon 2026. She was sitting front row.
I wasn't front row, but I was.
Okay.
I was not
She
front
said
row.
row and she's Asian. Front row.
Front row. Okay. So here's the quote right here. It's like, how many times have you been fired from X-Men? At least 4. The first one was interesting. X-Men editor Bob Harris had to come in and say, I probably shouldn't have let you leave the book. And I said, I probably shouldn't have gone, but there we are. That was after Image was born. And, certain assets decided they'd rather have all of the money. Artists, sorry. Certain artists decided they'd rather have all the money. This is why I have a problem with this article. Of course, losing Jim Lee off of X-Men to go to a different company, the editor is going to then go to Claremont after that, in hindsight, saying, we shouldn't have fired you off the book. If we knew that Jim Lee was going to leave the company, we never would have taken you off the book. Guess what? If Jim Lee was to stay at the company, Claremont would have never have sniffed that book again until Jim Lee wanted him to be on that book. Boom! Put it in there. Sean,
I don't believe that.
I don't care if you don't believe it. Like, that's the truth, though.
I don't believe
I
that.
believe it.
That's the truth.
I don't believe it.
But he wasn't coming back to the book. He was removed off the book so that Jim Lee could have his room to do whatever he's doing. And at that time, regardless if you want to say about the stories and everything, we can argue about the quality of the writing and all that
Replaced
kind
by
of stuff.
John
And
Byrne.
you were probably right when it comes to the writing quality. But it didn't matter because at that time, the artists were the superstars and they were bringing in the money that was coming in. So as long as Jim Lee was holding that money, there would never have been Chris Claremont coming back to the X-Men title. Maybe the Uncanny X-Men title. I don't know why they took him off Uncanny. That's a different story. But I'm specifically talking about X-Men. Now, this is funny that you got people like Louise Simonson and Chris Claremont now, 30, 40 years after the moment, coming on here and giving this kind of revisionist history. But to me, this is tweaked a little bit. Like, yeah, of course, you lost your bell cow. You lost your top.
I mean, this isn't anything.
Wait. You lost your top draw in Jim Lee off of the top book at Marvel. And of course, you're like, damn, if I knew that dude was going to leave my book, I would not have pulled off the most popular writer on X-Men. This is not him saying like, hey, we should never have taken you off of it because it just didn't work out. It's like, hey, man, I fucked up. Jim Lee left the company. We should never have fired you. If Jim Lee had stayed there, Jim Lee would have kept being the golden boy at Marvel, would have probably kept on getting more and more power and having more and more of his choice of creative teams and anything that he wanted, because that dude was the absolute king superstar at the time in 91. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Kayla. I'll let you talk.
I mean, this isn't anything new. I just feel like it's being brought to light now, but this isn't anything different that Chris hasn't always said. He said it at the panel before. He said it at the panel before that. I mean, he's very, very consistent with what he says as far as this.
No, that's fine. I'm not saying what he's saying here is wrong. I'm not saying that this is a
to
lie.
me, this isn't really like new stuff.
See, this is what Kayla's backtracking a little bit because
I mean, it's really not really new stuff. I mean, the whole thing is.
I don't care if it's new stuff. It's I don't
so.
care if it's new stuff. It's a quote that came out. It's an article that came out that I saw and I read, and I wanted to comment on it. And I wanted to comment because the article is very deceptive in the way that basically it's listed. That Marvel came back.
Didn't really care about story. He wasn't a gym shooter.
You know what? He had a lot of money coming through the door when he was editor-in-chief.
The 90s was a different time period for comics.
Yes, he was too wordy, Black Spiders. Absolutely. Maybe he did get look, there's this rule in the NFL when it comes to coaches. I think Andy Reid put this out there. Maybe it was Belichick. I can't remember. Somebody did. That you shouldn't probably be coaching at one place for more than 10 years. Right? It just, the message gets old to the players. Things start, changing and wearing off. That you should probably go and find new ground somewhere else. And maybe this was just time. I told Kayla, and she disagreed with me, which is fine. But I was like, I think this was time for him to go and do something else because he'd been doing X-Men now for 20 years.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Okay, yeah. So he'd been doing it for a long period of time. The comic book world was changing. The 90s were happening. It was becoming something completely different. It was probably time for him to get off the book anyway and go do something else and do great at that. My thing is,
the whole thing is Marvel also blocked him from doing his IPs that he had at Marvel, so they fucked him. He has a whole book that goes with his fantasy books. With Marauder the She-Wolf is phenomenal if no one's ever read it, and so is the Black Dragon. I mean, it may not.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're very well written because he's a really good writer. I'm sure they're fantastic.
He has a whole thing that's.
Oh,
they wouldn't, and they blocked him from putting it out, blocking him from putting it out.
Okay.
So it's absolutely fucked up. I think the comic book industry is fucked up. I told him he should crowdfund stuff. That's what I told him. I was trying to get him to crowdfund.
Yeah, he should. He should.
Stuff that,
he absolutely should.
But he has a contract at Marvel, and he goes, well, Marvel won't do the fantasy stuff because they don't have a fantasy division anymore. And his fantasy stuff is phenomenal. That's why he was so happy when I brought the Black Dragons. You should have seen his smile. I love him so much. He's the best. He's amazing.
Kill me.
This is very sexual here. You hearing that, Sean?
No, I admire him.
Yeah.
I admire him. He influenced me so much.
Kayla likes old, crockety old men. That's her thing.
Drunk, sad men, and old crockety.
She's like, yo, Papa Smurf, I'd ride his cock. Hey.
I mean, and the whole thing too, it's like you have to think it definitely Jim Lee brought him on to Wildcats. Probably, obviously,
yeah, it was a
because
favor.
He working with Claremont.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
But also,
that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with. That has nothing to do with anything.
I think it was a fuck you to Marvel too.
It probably was, but that has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with this right here. The subject matter of this comment, and whether for as long as he's been saying it, the subject matter, it's a false narrative. The only reason, Kayla, that Bob Harris came and said that to him is because Jim Lee left the book. My point is, if Jim Lee had stayed on the book, there would never been an approach to Chris Claremont again saying, "Oh, we shouldn't have let you go off the book," because they would have been raking in the money as long as Jim Lee wanted to go there and put out his best work. Now, remember, Jim Lee was already departed, going and working on Wildcats while he was still working on X-Men, which is why he just did breakdowns, and Art T. Baer did most of the finishing on issues 5 through.
So what were the numbers
12?
of X-Men number 4?
It doesn't matter to me.
What were the numbers of X-Men number 4 when Claremont left?
What were the numbers? You tell me.
I still a million.
Look them up.
You don't know?
Look them up. I'm asking you to look them up.
I'm asking you to tell me because I don't want to look them up.
Didn't do
if
as
you got
much
the
as
answer,
X-Men
just tell
number
me.
1 or X-Men number 2 or X-Men number 3 because people were upset when Chris Claremont was taking off.
When was it announced that Jim Lee was leaving the company?
It wasn't until I think after he did 11. They announced that.
I don't know if that's true or not.
And then they brought Byrne on.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. Because I remember specifically that time, a lot of my friends being pissed at Jim Lee because he was leaving X-Men.
hold up, stop the press.
And there were still issues hitting the shelf.
Guys,
I don't
chill,
believe you
chill.
have friends of people that read.
For fuck's sake. X-Men came out in August of 91. So it's issue 1, September, October, November, December, January, February. February of 1992 is when they announced Image coming out. So that's issue 7. So anywhere from issue 8 and above is when the world would have known about Image.
There you go.
So
Broke it down perfectly.
They wouldn't have said Jim Lee is leaving here on the last issue 11 or so. So it was a few months prior.
Yeah, because I remember my friend.
His ducks in order.
I remember my friend Joe, who was a huge Jim Lee fan. He came to me one day. He's like, "I'm never buying another Jim Lee book again." I was like, "Why? What's going on?" He's like, "Because he's leaving Marvel. He's leaving the X-Men." He's like, "I'm pissed." And he was like heartbroken that this all happened, and he might have kept that way. And I remember thinking to myself, like, "Oh, he's leaving the X-Men." I was like, "Man, that sucks." But then X-Men kept hitting the shelf with Jim Lee on it. So I remember specifically when I was a kid. Now Sean's probably right. It was probably right around that 8th issue.
I'm definitely right.
Yeah, Sean's always right.
Yeah.
So there
As
was
far as what
the
is
news.
Chris doing? Chris is doing legacy stories for X-Men that are outselling main X-Men titles.
Who is?
He just came out with the new Gambit series. That's selling
that's not
very
hard
well.
to do.
So I mean,
that's like saying I could outread a retard in a reading contest. Like that's not hard to do.
Go
That's
say
not,
that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Chris Claremont loves the characters that he worked on so much that he can't stand other people butchering them. Jim Lee sold off the Wildcats and let them get fucked hardcore, let them be destroyed.
I like Kayla says that like it's supposed to be some kind of big point. Like that's not the point. Yes, Chris Claremont loved the characters. He loved working on his, he developed them. That's when nobody's arguing that. And we're all grateful they did because he did a fantastic job, told some great stories, and he's one of the greatest writers in comic book history and the best X-Men writer. We all agree on that stuff. Jim Lee was never in it to create characters. He never wanted to have a company. He saw Image as an opportunity where all of the action, all of the star power was getting together. And then you saw Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld was able to make the money that he made, and he decided to go and take this venture. He made a lot of money, created this company. But the moment that things started going bad, he sold it and ran to DC, where he actually really wanted to stay at Marvel. If you guys know the story about Heroes Reborn, but Marvel didn't want to. What?
He did want to stay at Marvel. That's true.
I know. That's what I just said. Like, yeah. So we can agree on something. So yeah, that's not the point we're arguing, Kayla. You like try to bring up these points that
no, I
don't
saw
really
your
have anything to
comment.
do with
I
this
saw
subject.
your comment that he was jealous and blah blah and
jealous
superstar. You said it on
when
your.
When did I say jealous?
You said, "I will find it."
Okay, fine. I don't remember saying jealous.
We have this talk once a year.
Yeah. This is just inside baseball, guys. Like this is our normal conversations, so you guys know. The Image Revolution documentary. Yeah.
You always fuck with me with Art Adams and.
Yeah,
Chris
we
Claremont.
got to. That's why I wanted to do it tonight because
Yeah,
I was like,
fun.
I told Sean, I was like, hey, I'm gonna get Kayla going tonight. And he just laughed. That's why I named the title of the show. Chris Claremont is old and moldy. Where's the bathroom?
The man shines when you see him. He has a light, like burning bright off of him.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called the
God.
lights from the convention center.
Yeah,
And he's
they
bald.
off his bald ass head. I know how that goes. I don't have hair in my head
bald
either.
guys when light shines up.
Yeah,
on us?
it's shiny. You should see
It's
us under a light,
reflection.
Kayla.
It's
We're
not
like
it's rim lighting.
He glows
Yeah,
like an
we're
angel.
divine.
Leave the man alone.
It looks like a pale Papa Smurf.
Was Chris a control freak while working with Marvel? No, not that I know. I think he was very good with his writers.
Yeah, and Jim Lee actually praised him because when
Yeah.
Jim Lee first was put on to the X-Men, and Jim Lee talked about this at a panel too,
Mhm.
and he actually talked about this on multiple panels, that when he first met with Chris Claremont, he was nervous. He was saying there wasn't phones, there wasn't texting then, there wasn't any of that. And Chris Claremont was like, well, what do you want to draw?
Yeah.
What do you want to draw? What do you want to,
Chris Claremont was great with his artists. That's an absolute fact. He catered to his artist strengths. He would ask them what they wanted to draw. So don't give, if you're just joining the conversation now, because Kayla seems to be trying to twist this around to that I'm trying to bash
I'm not
Chris
twisting
Claremont
it. I
just in
just want you to
general.
talk about how great Chris Claremont is.
I don't want to talk about how great he is because
But you just said he
it's
was
already
the
out there.
Best X-Men writer of all
Yeah,
time.
I
That's
put
all
all
you
that. I
need to hear.
put all that out there because I wanted to address this article about how this was phrased, and my only point was that it's kind of misleading. That's it. And this whole conversation that spawned off of it was because Kayla has this undevoted, this undying devotion to the old man. It's kind of weird. It's kind of scary, but it's okay.
Where the hell is this Chris Claremont thing? Here it is. Source.
In the end, Jim Lee played Marvel. He did actually, yeah. Well, I mean, Marvel kind of played Jim Lee because he really wanted to stay there. He really wanted to keep working.
All right, laugh out loud. I'm going to tear this article apart tonight on my show. It's very important to read between the lines of what you're saying and the time that he say to him. Most of these guys are just bitter old man because they didn't get superstar or the money that the younger creators or artists coming up after them did. He's on a bitter old man, and he already was a superstar.
Where did I say he was jealous? Where did I say he was jealous?
Whatever, bitter.
No, that bitter is different than jealous. Bitter is when you see somebody making the money that you probably should have made.
For him, it wasn't about money, though. For Chris, it was not about money. It was about the and
Kayla, you're like talking in circles.
Because
you're bringing up a point, and then when I say something, you are going back.
What I'm trying to say is he loved these characters so much. So yes, I mean it's fucked up. And Bob Harris had to know that he fucked up because anyone that went on the X-Men, they didn't do it for love. They didn't do it for any of that stuff. They did it for money.
Kayla, this is business. This is business, darling. You can do it because you like the characters. You can do it, but you were doing it. You were doing it for the money. Do you think that the royalty checks that Silvestri and Lee and all of them were getting, that they were doing it for the love of the characters? Yeah, I'm sure they liked the characters and they liked drawing, but no, they were doing it because it was a very lucrative business. Let's not go down this whole like we don't care about the money, let's just do it for the love. Like, this is business. You still do things for the money, and if you don't do it for the money, you're probably just lying to the public. HPT Bandit said, I heard somewhere Jim was going to leave X-Men and jump over to DC to do Batman. There was talk about that.
Yeah, before
Image. Yep.
Yeah.
But then Image offered him more creative control, more financial opportunity.
No. Like he was going to do Batman before Image, but still do Image.
Yeah, he was going to do it.
But they wouldn't give him the covers to the Dark Knight.
Yep. For some odd reason, they're like, Jim Lee, let's do him on interiors. We're not going to give him the covers.
Yeah,
it's like,
and
what?
he's like, nah.
Yeah. I don't know why Jim Lee didn't just start Wildstorm as an independent company instead of selling his shit to Detective Well, because the industry was collapsing.
Shit.
He had a giant company with a lot of employees and losing money. I mean, they had like probably the number one number of titles that Image put out, and then I think Extreme was second to that.
Yeah,
and Jim Lee has said it before, like he never really wanted to own a company. Image came on, it was hard for him to turn down because of the possibilities, and it was a challenge for him. But he never wanted to be like the company, like the boss and run everything. That's why he sold everything and just went to DC, and has been there ever since. Like he didn't really care about creating characters. He did it because it was something to do, which is why you don't see these characters being treated well or brought back at all, because they don't really mean anything to Jim Lee. That's one of my biggest gripes about Jim Lee. He created some awesome characters, but you didn't really care about them because that's not really what you were about. You weren't like a Rob Liefeld or Mark Silvestri or Tom McFarlane that wanted to create characters and have longevity with them. It was just something to do because it was popular at the time, it was making a lot of money. And why not? I mean, when you're bringing in millions of dollars over a short period of time, fuck yeah, I would have done the exact same thing. Jim was a fucking genius, says Don't get
it twisted, everyone. I love Jim Lee's art, so that's
not what we're hearing.
Yeah, that's not what we're hearing. We're hearing racism.
Yeah, I hate Koreans.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Because he's not white.
I'm probably closer to him than an English Jewish guy. I think probably being Armenian. Probably close.
Claremont's Jewish? That's it. I'm out.
Yeah, he's.
God.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Jewish and English.
I'm still out. I'm out even harder.
I mean, and Art of Roy brought up a thing that said Claremont wrote novels. He did. He actually was one of the people that wrote Willow. So Willow actually is a whole novelization series. It was Chris Claremont and George Lucas, and the novels are. When I thought they were bringing Willow back to Disney, I thought they were going to start going like the book route, because the books are phenomenal in comparison to the movie, which the movie is a classic and it's a great movie, but the you know me, the books are better. You know, I'm gonna say it. I feel like if you charge me money for any time I said the book is better, yeah.
So Roy did the research here. Said X-Men 4 sold 1.5 to 2 million copies. There you go, Kayla. Number 5 did 500K. 10 sold 400K. There you go.
So I'm just saying they went down.
Of course they went down. But
it went
4
down.
was still 1.5. 5 did 500K.
And counting
right around that time.
Counting the spectators market and counting. You
And
have to count in, a lot of the numbers with the 90s are due to the spectators market and the mass printing.
Yes, but there's still numbers.
Also, there was a loss in numbers, I'm saying, because of Claremont. There was a loss.
Poor John. Why is everybody saying poor John? Is John in here?
What happened to John?
Yeah, what happened to John? I'm way behind in the chat, by the way, guys. Sorry. 400K is beautiful. Yeah, I mean, like, how many books right now are making 400K on a regular basis without
not really.
1,000 covers that are being put out?
Absolute
so
Batman's making a lot.
Absolute Batman's doing really well. But yeah, it's just, I mean, what books, Kayla, without Jim Lee as his artist, did Chris Claremont have over $1 million or million copies sold? Or 400,000.
I would say any of the Uncanny X-Men run has outsold X-Men 1 at this point. Just not on debut.
No.
On debut, I don't know, because
we're talking about we're not talking about 30 years later.
Well, it's a different time frame. It's a different time period.
No.
It's a completely different time period, so you can't compare the two.
No, you can compare. You can compare. You can't compare.
You can't, because
during that time without Jim Lee, because we're talking about the separation of Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. And you're talking about the books from 4 to 10, 4 to 11, whatever it was, how they went down. Where did Chris Claremont, after that, in the same time period, what books did he do that did 1.5 million or 400,000 or 500,000 without superstar artists like Jim Lee or Silvestri or John Byrne on it?
You're missing all Claremont did was work with good artists. What the fuck? Because he isn't a fucking dumbass.
Yeah. Well, but you seem to just want to give all of the credit.
No,
to
you
Claremont.
just want to give the artists their flowers.
No, I don't.
And what you're not understanding is time frame.
Have I not sat here and gave Chris Claremont tons of flowers in this entire conversation?
What still sells now?
Sean,
what has more value now?
My opinion don't matter, apparently.
I got to mute Kayla for a second. Sean.
Yeah.
How many times have I given Chris Claremont his flowers in this conversation?
More than I would.
Thank you. I came out. Let me just without being interrupted. I came out and said he's the best writer in comic books. He is the best X-Men writer. He wrote the best X-Men stories. All these flowers I gave to him. Okay? All the flowers I gave right off the bat. Okay, Kayla? I'm going to let you back in here. There you go.
Okay.
So I haven't said the only thing I said that was bad was the article, the way the article was phrased, and that's the entire conversation that we've had was about the article.
Well, that's what Chris Claremont said. He said that at the panel. He said that was a conversation with him and Bob Harris. That's what Bob Harris said to him. So if that's what Bob Harris said to him, that's what Bob Harris said to him. I don't get it. I really don't.
I know you don't get it. I know you don't get it.
But what I'm saying is, if you want to look at numbers and you want to compare things nowadays, okay, X-Men 1
we're not. Nowadays has no preference on this conversation whatsoever.
Well, I'm saying at the end of the day, X-Men 1 doesn't have any value because it was so mass-produced, because of the spectators market and everything. Mm-hmm. And the Uncanny X-Men run that Chris Claremont does, still, most of it retains value. And the top 5 best-selling X-Men, just X-Men, not all X-Men titles that include X-Force, because with X-Force, Rob Liefeld's book would be number 2. Mm-hmm. I would believe X-Force 1 would be number 2 on the list after X-Men 1. Chris Claremont is in 4 of the 5 most expensive X-Men books of all time, the ones that have the most value.
Yes, he's a fantastic writer that has done lots of work. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, though.
Well, yes, and Rachel, yes, comics wouldn't exist without an artist because it would be a novel.
Yeah, guys, this is not a conversation of art versus writing.
It's
know?
not it's
So
not that at all.
The only thing in this conversation has been run around in different circles. The only point of that the article that I wanted to bring out there is it was a deceptive title to the article, and if anybody read the article, he's just talking about a quote that Bob Harris said to him after Jim Lee left the company. My whole point was that if Jim Lee hadn't left Marvel, that quote would never have been said, because Bob Harris would never have gone to Chris Claremont and said, we should never have fired you off of X-Men. Maybe he would have said it off of Uncanny, but that would never have happened. That's my whole point. And I think it's a valid point. X-Men through those stores bought 8 million copies of X-Men 1. Quite a bit of those books never got sold to readers, so sales were boosted by shops, stupidly probably due to speculators. Yeah, absolutely. Nobody's arguing that fact. We all understand the speculator
comic
boom.
book sales in general, even sales nowadays, there is no way to really count actual individual sales because there isn't a mass system. So when people say sales numbers, when they say sold out, which I really like about Image, because Image is super transparent, where they say sold out at distributor level. It's when they say this book is sold out, people start panicking and they'll be buying on eBay and people will be marking shit up and they don't even bother to check their local comic book shop, which causes the local comic book shop to suffer. So please check your local comic book shop to see if it's actually sold out. Sold out usually is at distributor level. So, and I know because I'm at the shop. We all know.
Yes.
I'm working at the shop. So, so a lot of the sales numbers that occurred for X-Men 1 was shop sales and probably newsstand sales as well, but there was no way to really track individual sales. So that number was what all the shops were buying.
I'm gonna bring this up. We're gonna move the subject. So Mudvayne, a lead singer, and Mudvayne Hell Yeah's lead singer Chad Gray, we do some little music around here as well, is 5 years sober today. Shannon Guns, who is, I believe, his wife or girlfriend, says every day is not easy, but he takes one day at a time. Chad replied, here's to many more. The 30 Years of Madness tour starts Friday in Bloomington, Illinois, which is, I think he's from Springfield, Illinois. But if you guys don't know, Chad Gray was the singer of Mudvayne and then became the singer of Hell Yeah with Vinnie Paul, that super band, in 2000 and what year was that? 2008. I met Chad Gray quite a few times. Got to hang out with him. He was always really cool. But yeah, that band was heavy drinkers. I actually didn't realize that he had such a drinking problem at the time, to the point where he had to quit 5 years ago. But that would kind of explain his weight gain, because a lot of times when you quit drinking, you tend to gain weight from not having all that booze in your system all the time. But Chad is a fantastic guy. If you get a chance, he's going down around doing this thing I think called Chadness or whatever. He's basically just doing a bunch of covers of all of his songs from Mudvayne probably to Hell Yeah, with his backup band. I would love to go see him live again. It's been a second since I've seen him live. But I had a party with Chad back in the day in 2012. There it is, 2012. We went to Vinnie Paul's house right after our tour ended in Fort Worth, Texas. And Hell Yeah was there. They were recording their album Band of Brothers. And we got to hang out with Chad. Chad was the coolest dude. He was, I think, out with a hangover for most of the time we got there. And we were leaving. It was probably about midnight. And I've told this story before. And we had met him the day earlier at the strip club, at Vinnie Paul's strip club in Dallas, the Clubhouse. And we hit it off with Chad. We hang out with Chad. We made a good impersonation. We made a good impression on the dude. And we were getting ready to leave. It was a 19-hour drive home to Michigan from Texas. And his girlfriend knew that we were leaving. So she's like, hey, wait, I'm going to wake up Chad because I'm sure he's going to want to say goodbye before you guys go. And we were like, cool. So we hung out, and 10 minutes, 15 minutes goes by, and Chad comes stumbling out. He's dressed all up, and he's like, what's going on, guys? Where you going? And we're like, oh, we got to get going, man. We got to get to Michigan. And he's like, no, fuck that. He's like, you guys are going to stay here and you're going to drink with me. And we're like, okay, cool. So we stayed until about 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, just hanging out with Chad Gray, poolside at Vinnie Paul's house. I think Bob, or wait, who else? There was a bunch of, if you watch the Pantera home videos, there was a bunch of the crew members from Pantera that were in those home videos that were there. A lot of Mudvayne musicians or band members were there as well with, because a lot of them were in Hell Yeah. And just hanging out there, rock stars, partying with rock stars, drinking, hanging out, taking pictures. He wore one of our shirts. Really awesome dude. And I just want to give a shout out to Chad Gray. Say congratulations for 5 years sober today. That is really awesome. I hope he keeps it up. So a little bit of music news there for you guys.
I mean, I think that's awesome that he's sober. I was gonna say, like, does someone take a shot for him?
I'll take a shot. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, that's kind of like you. That's
a little disrespectful.
I was like, is that disrespectful to say, like,
I don't think it's that disrespectful. Because I'm not saying you do a shot. I didn't have the problem drinking.
Is that the house that you took the barbecue from?
Yeah.
By the way,
I like to say I stole it, even though I didn't really steal it. It was just leftover. It was on the counter, and I was like, Vinnie Paul made this barbecue. It was great. It was fantastic. It was like his own recipe. At least that's what he said. So who am I to question? But it was great. There was this bowl of wings there, Tupperware bowl on the counter. It's 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. We got a long drive ahead of us. Hell Yeah, let us listen to their brand new CD that they were recording. We got a burned version of the CD, which I still think our roadie stole. But that's a whole other story altogether. We kicked him out of the band once we got home. Anyway, grabbed the wings and ate that on the way back. We just fucking awesome night. Hanging out with Vinnie Paul, legend. Hanging out with Chad Gray. The funniest thing happened. We're taking all these pictures and stuff, and he's wearing our shirts and whatnot. And he's like, dude, you have to send me those pictures. I really want to see him. I was like, oh yeah, man. I'm drunk and high and all this, and I'm feeling good about myself. And I was like, yeah, Chad, no problem. I was like, well, just give me your phone number and I'll text you them. And he looked at me, his face just dropped, the smile disappeared, and he just kind of stared at me. He's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen, man. And I was just like, fuck, I just fucked up. I just fucked up this whole thing for me and my band. And my face dropped, and I just my bass player likes to laugh. He's like, dude, you look so like dejected and stuff. And I was just like, oh, I was like, yeah, my bad. I was like, I didn't mean to, like, and he starts laughing. He's like, dude, I'm fucking with you. Here's my phone number. So he gave me his phone number, texted him the pictures. And then for about 3 years after that, I would just randomly hit Chad up. And she'd be like, hey man, how's it going? And we would talk back and forth through text. He was the coolest dude. He would always give us backstage passes when he'd come around. We would go party with the band, watch side stage when they'd play anywhere we were at. It was cool. He was a cool dude. Great experience. So I don't think this is disrespectful. I will do a shot because I can still drink. But this guy is holding it down. 5 years sober, doing his thing. Kayla's gonna do a water shot here.
What? Why do you have to zoom in on me?
Because that's what we do here. So the chat likes it. Go ahead, take a drink. Take a drink. Just drink it. There you go. That's for you, KO Joe.
I'm literally in my yoga clothes, sweating my ass off in here because there's no fans or AC, so I'm dying.
5-year sobriety coin, Joe taking a shot for you. That's what you do.
Hey, Jason. Sorry, I was.
Oh yeah, I kept meaning to say that. I kept meaning to say
Jason. I picked up my phone to text. I was like, I love you, Jason. I love you, Jason. I love him so
we love
much.
Jason around here.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you, my friend.
He's such an amazing artist too. I love his art style. Yeah. Everything that he does is just
makes us sick.
Insane.
Yeah, he's another guy that makes us sick. Very unique. And Sick, if you guys don't know, Sick is a high praise that we give around here.
It's like Frank Miller and Sam Keith had a baby.
Yeah, definitely some good Sam Keith vibes in that.
Oh yeah, I'll go with that.
All right, one of the last things we got. Well, actually, no, we got a couple more. Oh man, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
It's late, and I'm getting a little sleepy. I'm getting the one eye thing going.
All right, last thing we're gonna the one eye thing.
Yeah, whenever I get tired, one of my eyes gets small.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what it is because I run on 3 hours of sleep anyway. So. All
right, last thing, and then we're gonna get out of here. RoboCop, Sean.
Yes, so they found the actor that's going to play in Amazon for Amazon Prime's RoboCop City. RoboCop City. Yeah, it's
you are, Jason. Yes, you are.
Yes. It's the actor that played Legion in FX's Legion series. Trying to read his name. David. It's David something.
Oh, I know the guy.
This is all in foreign language. What?
That's why I can't read it. I'm like, this is so late. It's so blurry.
It says I'm. Oh, Alex Murphy is the alter ego of RoboCop in the new series based on the classic from 1987. The production is 8 episodes with Peter Oko as the showrunner and James Wan entering the production executives.
So, Matt,
where are you reading that? Can you read Spanish?
Yeah, she can.
Oh, okay.
She gives me shit.
Oh,
She's like,
look at that.
I'm more
Look at
Spanish
that.
than you.
That's awesome. Yeah, we
Yeah,
rock.
yo estoy hablando un poquito español.
Oh,
Pero yo entiendo mucho español.
Oh,
And I never took a Spanish class a day in my life.
I like that. Matt Muma's in the
I'm
house.
growing up in a
too.
Spanish neighborhood, so some of the things I can recognize, some of the things I can see, and I had friends that would write notes to me in Spanish. So yeah, some of that I can definitely understand, but that's the gist of that article, pretty much.
Yeah, they're using the OG design as far as I know. And I said this before as far as the RoboCop stuff. Like this, in order for this show to be successful, the costume has to be, in my opinion, it's a personal opinion, the costume has to be the original costume, at least as close to it as possible. He has to get the mannerisms and movements that Peter Weller got while in the costume for RoboCop. And the series needs to be very violent and bloody. That's what it needs to be. And then the story has to be good as well. But those are the 3 elements that this has to be, that has to be involved for this show to be good.
They got to shoot guys in the dicks.
Yeah. They got to shoot the
Dudes
rapist
need to
in
be
the dicks. That's what you got to do. And somebody has to say, bitches leave at some point. Like, these are requirements. You know, you got to have the red lines in there. I believe Jim Lee's X-Men #1 were just the end of the hype train of numbers. Number ones by Todd, Rob, and Jim. Hell, Death of Superman made 7 million copies sold, all hype and speculation. Oh, I agree.
Death of Superman was so big that it was on MTV, that it was on the news, that was a lot of reason for that. I believe Dark Phoenix Saga, that probably sold more.
Oh yeah, also the comedy. It was funny because they took everything so serious and didn't try to make jokes. Yeah, there's an element, if you're going to do this show right, and I don't know who's doing it, so I don't know what their previous work is, but if you're going to do this right, you need to capture what the 80s RoboCop movie was and then put that into series form as best you can. Yeah, I hope they use the original and make it R. Well, it's going to be a TV series, right? It's a TV series. Yeah, it's an 8-episode TV series. So as long as it's got the R-rated feeling with the original suit, I think it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm holding out judgment until I see a preview when they ever finally do some filming and get a preview out there and a trailer and all that stuff. So we'll see. I love RoboCop.
I hope they do. There is some modernization to it for the suit as far as like cool weapons, attachments, shit you could do CG.
Yeah.
Just that route. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really awesome. That's pretty much all I can say about it. It's gonna be badass. I can't wait for it. All right, guys, before we get out of here, Reaper Destroyer 2 is live on SuperiorPressComics.com. Go check that out. Don't worry, I gotta take this down because that counter is done. We're just running this out like a normal campaign, going quote unquote in demand now. You can also get on Indiegogo, but that's such a mess. That site is, so I'd rather you come back here. You guys can get the variant John Malin t-shirt. This goes out in 3 to 4 days, 4 to 5, something like that. You don't have to wait till the campaign's done. You can get this shirt. If anybody gets this shirt and wears it for the Fans Fest, I'll do something. If you come to the table and you have this shirt purchased, we'll do something for you. I'm not sure what it is, but for the Fans Fest, October 16th. Do what?
A fabric marker. You can sign it with a fabric marker.
That could be. Also, if you have boobs, we sign boobs at the table, right, Sean?
We definitely sign boobs.
Yeah, just
boobs,
so you guys
asses, thighs.
Yeah, buttholes, we'll figure it out.
Sign in a butthole because you are not getting that marker back. That thing is gonna fucking stink for the rest of your life.
Wait, what? Costs money. We're gonna reuse it.
Yeah.
My God.
What do you think? Just like all assholes just stink?
Yeah,
just
probably more than likely.
Have you ever put a tongue in an asshole before?
No, I would not.
Okay.
Why would I put it?
Why not?
What the fuck?
Maybe
That
69
would
with a
be
chick.
gay.
Yo,
That would be gay. Okay.
for a chick?
If a man ever said that to me, I would be like, okay, that's it. You're gay.
Rim jobs are fun.
Gay.
I'm just saying. Well, maybe do it with another chick. I'm just saying. Whatever.
Oh my god. I'm so tired right now.
What if the a-hole is bleached? Even better. Although I don't mind like the color of an actual chick's butthole. You know, like if you're going from that angle, they're bent over and stuff. It's actually kind of nice to see. You pop a thumb in there,
Right.
you know, and just to see what's going on,
Spinning
see
it.
how freaky she is. You know, most of the time she liked it. You know, you ever have a chick? I remember some groupies at one point after the shows and stuff. You just like, you know, they're doing their thing, they're going down. You just like pop a finger over there, you know, just to see what's going on, and you know,
You gotta test
judge
the
it.
waters.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
test the waters, especially if it's a stranger, because you're never going to see him again.
That's even better, right? Yeah, you know,
You're
yeah.
not gonna judge me.
Yeah.
Look. Oh God. So.
What?
So I was in Houston one time, and I
Tell us
brought
about
back-
it.
And there was this local restaurant that we would go to, and I hung out with one of the waitresses, well, bartenders. You know, we had a date kind of, and then she brought me back to where I was staying, and we were in her car fucking around. I fucking finger bang her ass. She's like, "Ooh, wrong hole," but she liked it.
That's
Oh
that's
my
what they
God.
always say. That's what they
Yeah.
always say at first.
But
Like,
then
hey, what are you
keep
doing?
going.
And it's just like, don't worry, it's all right. And then they
But then-
eventually are like, this is it's dangerous, right? It's wrong, but I like it. And so they just kind of like, oh, it's just this time, you
My
know.
boyfriend's calling, and it's like, which is true.
Elizabeth says out, not an in. Yes, that's what it's created for. It
Wait,
is
belly
definitely an
button?
out, not an in. However, you know, it's times.
Somebody pray.
I knew some girls back in the day that, you know,
They
were
liked
all
it,
about like come on in the back door. When I mean come in the
Yeah.
back door, it's like come in the back door.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was the Grift episode 11. Poor Kayla. We really ran her through the ringer on this one, but we are glad that she showed up today. Although she might not be glad that she showed up today. So
Why?
everybody, send a super chat if you want to say sorry, because yeah, I'm sorry, Kayla.
No, you should. I'll read that beautiful
Okay,
comment.
read it. Sorry, read it. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sam Devinson, 80. Final thought. Claremont is one of the rapidly dying breed. The effort
he's old.
old school
I
guys.
don't have a lot of time left.
You, the day that he passes away, you guys are not. I'm gonna be
I will
sobbing.
be sad. I will be very sad.
I
We'll
will
give him
be
a tribute.
crying and crying and
Not as sad
crying,
as, like,
and I will
Peter
be
Cullen, but-
devastated.
This
I will be
sucks.
Yeah, it
devastated.
sucks. All right, read it. Read it.
Sam Devinson, 80, says, final thought. Claremont is one of the rapidly dying breed. The effort the old school guys put in was no less than superhuman. What he does today don't matter. Don't kick legends when they are down. Show respect.
Respect shown.
I like
Respect
that.
shown.
I would kick a cripple if he's fucking tripped over his own like wheelchair.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
all the
just
respect in the
thinking that-
world for what Chris Claremont did, but I do have gripes. I'll make my gripes known for sure.
Yes.
All right, everybody, we will be back next week, Thursday at 10:30 for another episode of The Grift. Sunday, you want more boob talk? We're going to look at some more heavies and do all that kind of crazy stuff. 10:30 on the Ronan Joe Show. Join us there. I will be on Hard Art Wednesdays at 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. on either John Malin or Shane Davis's channel. Go jump in the stream. I don't know who's streaming, but jump out there. Have a good time. Thank you for joining us tonight. And look, we end this like we always do. Chat, you guys are awesome. Even Garfield, you're welcome anytime you want to be
I
in.
kind of like him.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You know, like I didn't bring up a lot of your comments because you're going to have to pay money if you want to troll my chat like that for stuff that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But if you pay the money, I'm all about it. But chat, you guys are awesome. As always, shout out to the mods for dropping the links. Listen, guys. Before you go to bed tonight, I want you to lay
Fuck
down.
off.
I want you to think about me. And I want you...
You're a narcissist.
Picture me naked, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Peace.